video brought to you by Coffee Brand Coffee. It's the best coffee branded coffee that's coffee that's branded coffee. It's coffee. It's really good coffee. You should check it out. Go to coffeebrandcoffee.com. Use promo code VETS. That's VETS VETS. Get 10% off. Coffee!
I have a knife in my foot, Sergeant.
Oh, yes. Of course. That's it. The knife. What is your name?
Damn it, wrong intro again.
No. Your name is Private Idiot. Do you know why?
Because I have a knife in my foot.
That's actually fitting.
I can assure you all this is Saturday.
Just fucking click the other intro.
We're real professionals here, man.
You are really good at this YouTube thing, aren't you?
It's coming up on a year. But actually, at the end of December will be the 1 year anniversary of me making the channel, and then in January will be the 1 year anniversary of us actually putting some content on here. So we're coming up on a 1 year anniversary. Which, by the way, I have a big announcement coming up here in a little bit. So hang tight for that. Welcome to Not Knife Hands. Skinemax Saturday, everybody. It's been a hell of a week, man. Yesterday was the first time I was able to have a warm shower in a week, or 5 days to be specific. My hot water heater burnt out on me on Sunday, and this week sucked.
Yeah, that's cold.
But yeah, the repair guy told me they came like right away. They came on Monday, and both the elements were burnt out, and it was so caked up, too much crap, they couldn't replace them. So they had to replace the whole damn water heater. And the guy told me, he's like, dude, if it was just you and us doing this, I could go get one right now and have it worked in. But since you went through a warranty company, it's going to take a little bit. And it took 5 fucking days. And he kept apologizing when he came in the other day. And I'm like, dude, you have nothing to apologize for. I'm just happy I don't have to pay for this motherfucker. I am really happy I had that damn warranty is my big thing. And also, I'm very happy I have my awesome new game system set up over here. And if you're noticing a little bit of difference, when I streamed on Dermy Show yesterday, I realized that I had the fucking mic arm here was over here on the side and blocked like a big chunk of this. And I'm like, well, I did not pay all this money for this motherfucker to only be partially seen. So I swapped everything out. Now everything's backwards. You can see me looking left instead of right now because I got it over on this screen. So anyways, it's been a clusterfuck, but hey everybody, it's Saturday, so let's start partying. Let's go ahead and we'll say hi to some motherfuckers around here, all of you degenerates. Jesse, the common nerd, my co-host with the most. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Had a pretty good day, actually. Got to surprisingly got to hang out with our dear friend Jed, the Hollywood scholar. Got to watch some Doctor Who that didn't make me want to plunge my eyes out with knives and drink myself until I was blackout and couldn't remember anything. So that was kind of a nice feeling. So it turned out to be a good Saturday, overall. I don't feel like I'm going to die right now. So I feel like that's a good thing. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy things going on out there in the pop culture world this week. Elon Musk basically told Bob Iger to go fuck himself, and that's pretty exciting. So I'm actually excited about some of the topics we've got to talk about tonight because it's going to be pretty fucking entertaining. And I'm so glad to see our dear sweet gal returning on a more regular basis.
Yeah, gal. And she doesn't say shit. You're real.
It wasn't my intro time.
You're real fucking great.
We normally
Everyone is okay. I've been meaning to say this. People can chime in, like on FNT, like during intros, people are talking over people and everything. I don't care, dude. I don't want to like set strict rules on how we're doing this. I mean, fucking.
It's like what the fuck? I mean, it's like Cloud flat out was like, "Oh, is the new news Adam's gay?" I'm like, "That's not new news, dude. That wouldn't be a new announcement of anything. Like, that's not a special announcement. We all knew."
Did you see, Adam? Did you see that clip I sent?
Which one?
On Twitter.
On Twitter,
it was like yesterday, or I just happened to flip on your guys' stream that you were on, and it was
him admitting to something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, fuck you very much.
Dude, it was perfect timing. As soon as I turned the stream on, like that was the first.
That
thing
was the first
said.
thing.
Like,
yeah, that was on Dermy's show. I like I said on that, J'ai mon fiche. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
That's
but it's hilarious. Yes.
Yeah. Well. There you go.
Big Rob, 75th Ranger. Ooh, Rangers lead the way. How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me back. It was a good day until my computer crashed like 10 minutes ago, so it kind of threw me off. I don't know. It's a brand new computer and got all the bells and whistles. I was getting ready to do a stream tonight, and now I don't trust it. So it was not meant to be. But I'm glad I'm on with you guys. So cool.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys again, man.
Yeah, man. Good having you here, and love having you as a regular guest here now. Hey, everyone in the chat, I am dropping a link right now. That link is to Jed, the Hollywood Scholars video, where me and Jesse here did a review. We did a watch along of episode 1 of this 60th anniversary special. And I mean, absolute fucking shit show. We talked about it for 2 straight hours last week. I can't believe the entire show is just talking about that episode. But if y'all out there, if you want to watch along, it's amazing what he did on there. The way he edits it, the entire episode is on there. But he does like little tricks to make it so that that the YouTube can't pick up on the copyright thing. So if you guys want to watch it and get our commentary on, do check that out. And we did episode 2 today, but he's going to edit that. I think it's going to come out like tomorrow or something. So, and I think that like, dude, it's awesome to be able to do that with him, because I would not watch these episodes otherwise. So I'm glad I am, and this is a fun way of doing it at least. And like I said, today was actually fun. Unfortunately, last week though was verge of suicide, having to get through that fucking shit. Yeah. Laurence Knight, fellow Army vet, how you doing, buddy?
It is great to be in Texas finally.
Oh, you got the move done. Hey, that's right.
Yeah. My
So
only
good to have
regret
you
is that my wife is not here yet, so I could give her the Texas Longhorn, but it's not that long. It won't reach all the way to Ohio.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. So,
Gal's shaking her head. At least I didn't say what Ryan said an hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good point.
What?
No, we don't need
Oh,
to. It's
I
fine.
can't
need
wait
to
to
know
hear
about
this.
this.
We'll hear about it later.
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll hear
Well,
about
we'll get on him later for it.
Yeah.
Gal, how you doing?
I'm good. Finally home, as you can see. I am
Mhm.
back to my normal setup here. It's good to be back. I missed you guys.
Trying to coax Xwing into showing up and wearing his hat, or just trying to
Okay.
kiss ass.
You know how many hats? Actually, you don't know how many hats I have, but I switch them out all the time.
Yeah, I'm actually a hat collector. Like the one thing it used to be like I had a routine. Like when I was in the Army and I was stationed overseas, I had a thing where every single country I went to, one, if we're training with military, I had to trade berets, and yet I don't want to hear anything about berets. But like every country has a different type of beret, so I traded berets. I've got a big collection of different berets from different militaries around the world, and every country I went to, I had to collect a blade and a piece of their currency. Like I have a knife up here from Tunisia. So that's one of my souvenirs. And now that I'm not doing that kind of traveling anymore, now my thing is hats. For some damn reason, I don't know why, but I have a collection of like so many fucking hats now, and I don't wear any of them though. That's a crazy thing. I have like this one fucking military hat is all I fucking wear. And but I have this massive collection. I predict one day I'll finally get around to like having a big room and the whole like the walls just be covered in all these fucking hats. So
at least
Just
you're not
better
one of
for
those
you.
people that collect spoons or some shit.
no.
Well, I kind of do the same thing with whiskey. Anytime I'm in a state, I look for a local distillery, and I'll get a bottle of whatever they got. It's kind of like
Nice.
a hobby, and just chase the stuff down. So
So I do that with beer because I'm such a big craft beer guy. And one of the things I do whenever I go to new breweries, I have to get a sticker and put it on the back of my RV. The back of my RV is covered in brewery stickers. In fact, there was one time when you go to Galveston, which we were talking about earlier, you take a ferry over to Bolivar Peninsula, and a woman got out of her car to take a picture of the back of my RV. Guess she probably
That's awesome.
big brewery person.
I collect T-shirts. I like T-shirts. I've got like every time somebody comes, like I don't really have the money to do it right now, but like whenever the F&T and all those guys would come out with a new T-shirt, whenever Jay would come out with a new one, I'd always get them. And like I have like all kinds of ones with like crazy sayings and like my favorite TV shows and from like different channels. Yeah, I have like this massive, huge just section of all these different T-shirts in my closet that are all say different things and have different symbols on them.
Nice.
So I love going to events. I love when I go to concerts. I always have to buy a T-shirt when I go to a concert. Like that's one of my things. So yeah,
I already have too many damn T-shirts that are just like a set, like not collector's items or anything like that. It's just I've got to go to the fucking throw them in the the whatever you call it, the giveaway thing. Goodwill, yeah. And I just remember this is this sword back. This sword back here is another one of my collectors. This is when I was in Germany. I bought that one, so that's my Germany blade.
Don't take things to Goodwill because they overcharge and they charge in general. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really?
Like Goodwill.
Yeah, Salvation Army is much better.
Awful.
Yeah, that's one I was thinking of. Salvation Army. Yeah.
What I collect when I go to countries, no, you guys got to say yours. I'm saying mine. So you can't go to Devil. Okay. Yeah. I collect little teddy bears that have the country like on the foot. Oh, the little teddy bear.
Oh,
of course, the female Marine collects teddy bears when she goes to other countries.
I told y'all I was the tomboy before going into the Marines, and then I go into the Marines and I learned how to be a girl. So
yeah, sounds about right. They make Rob, you into who you're really supposed to be.
Rob, you were in for 20 plus fucking years. Did you have anything like that? What was your thing whenever you went to a different country? Because I think we all had something.
Yeah, so I would get I would like to bring back like articles from whatever country we were in. So perfect example. You remember the old Jenga trucks that they would have? They're like the Mercedes Jenga trucks in Iraq. They would put a bunch of that would have stuff stacked so high.
Oh yeah.
They're called Jenga trucks. They were.
I never heard that term.
Yeah, so they're all Mercedes-Benz trucks.
Yeah,
and we were doing a roadblock. The first time I started this, we were doing a roadblock somewhere in Iraq, and a big truck approached, and it was filled with RPG. I'll show you the pictures one of these days. But it was filled with RPGs, and it was wired for like as a V-bid going towards Baghdad. Anyways, we caught it, kind of diffused the situation, but I ended up ripping the Mercedes symbol or logo off the front of the Jenga truck. And I brought it home. I still have it to this day. It's sitting over here. But ever since then, I would do something similar on every deployment, every country I would go. I'd just take something off of a wall, or off of a vehicle, money or whatever it is, and that's what I would collect. I've got rugs, and what else do I have? I'll tell you offline some of the other stuff I have. I don't want to put it out there to the world, but
yeah. Big Rob wanted in 37 countries for theft.
He's the Indiana Jones of the armed forces. Except he doesn't put it in a museum. He puts it in his collection in the back of his house.
Yeah. But I collect artifacts basically from the different countries that I've been to. So that was my thing.
I do have a bunch of other stuff too. Like I got like a rank insignia and all kinds of other shit. Of all things, like so when I went to Tunisia, like this is a poor shithole that we were training with the Tunisian special forces. So I want to trade one of these green berets. I just wanted one of their green berets, and they wanted my fucking Gerber. Like they had no sentimental value for anything. Like they wanted shit that's worth fucking money. So I traded this fucking badass $100 Gerber for a fucking beret and like a couple other little fucking trinkets, like fucking insignia and shit. That's probably worth like $2 altogether. Like, what are you fucking prick? But again, it's like it is great to have all these fucking souvenirs and everything. But fuck those motherfuckers, man. That was actually where Rob, you were talking about. I don't want to get dark on this, but you're talking about how they treat the boys out there. And yeah, there's a point where there's some boys running around in the compound, and I asked somebody and said, "What are these kids doing here?" And they go, "Those are the soldiers' boys. You do not talk to them." I'm like, okay. And then it was later on I learned what those boys were really for. I'm like, okay, now I fucking hate these motherfuckers. Really fucking hate these motherfuckers. Anyone out there who doesn't think that fucking shit is real, it's fucking real, man. Larry, do you have any routines? Did you manage to get around and make countries and shit in your time, man?
I only went to not North Korea, South Korea.
I thought that was you. You're the one who ran across the border.
Fucking knew it.
I'm glad you're back.
It was stupid. It was stupid.
I'm glad Kim Jong-un let you out. Just tell him you were a basketball player. He'd let you out.
Well, he would have looked at my height and been like, "There's no way. There's no way."
Still probably taller than everybody in that country.
Yeah. I could have pulled a Gavin Newsom and just gone over there and tripped and fell all over those Chinese. No, he was in China, not North Korea. So that doesn't work. Yeah, I guess. I mean, they're right next to each other. So, but yeah, no. I got as close as I wanted to get to North Korea, and yeah, it looks bombed out and depleted. And I was like, "Yep, I'm going back to the base."
Yeah.
So you're not the guy that walked over.
Hell no.
Because I heard that happen recently.
I did a video on that. I did a lot of looking into that. Yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot. He was he was in big fucking trouble. And to this day, I don't know how. So yeah, what happened is he took off when they dropped him off at the airport, but he was facing, let's say, so he was facing I guess not court martial. I mean, he must have been just facing like a unit disciplinary action. But I still don't know why somebody didn't stay there and watch that motherfucker. Because he got arrested in South Korea for doing a lot of bad shit, like fucking up bars and everything like that. And he knew he was gonna get fucked. Like he was gonna get a dishonorable discharge, most likely. And but then he thinks that the to resolve it, go run across into fucking North Korea. Like
didn't they kick him back and they said they didn't want him?
Something
like that.
I hope so.
They did end up like sending him back. I guess I didn't look into the conditions on that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. The last thing I heard is they basically didn't want him and they just sent him back.
Yeah, he was a dumbass private. So, I mean, it's not like he knew anything.
You know what I didn't understand is who was the idiot that let this guy walk and trusted him to get on the plane by himself and come back to America.
That's what I'm saying. I was really surprised they didn't have an escort to at least make sure he got on the fucking plane. But I guess the point being, they probably weren't. It must have been a civilian flight, and they weren't going to let the NCO go into the security zone. I guess, but you would think there would be an exception like that. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions there, but nonetheless, the guy's just a fucking idiot. Devil made me. I know I'm getting to it, gal. Thank you. Devil made me do it. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. When I go to other countries, I collect sexually transmitted diseases. So you know
that doesn't surprise me.
Among many other things.
The souls.
The souls.
Collect a few.
I'm happy to be here. Working on Gal's meme here, so happy to be here. Oh, you're gonna love it. It's gonna.
I bet.
Well, we got a drink to take. Jesse, if you could highlight that, please.
Yes, sir. Give me just 1 second. There we go. Abaru.
5 Vets Talk memberships for $25. That's good money, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you, Abaru. So you starting things off right.
It has begun.
Thank you very much. I can't drink with my left hand. Damn it.
You're gonna have to relearn everything, dude.
Everything's fucking backwards. Fuck. Oh, I don't like it, but I have to do it.
Hey Adam, I saw you mentioned Redneck Riviera whiskey, right? That's what you drink. Did you see the what's the country music star that makes that stuff?
John Rich.
So he right now, if you go to his website, up until I think the rest of this month, you'll get an autographed bottle if you buy one from his website.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that and I thought of you, and I forgot
so
to tell you the other day, but I'll find it and send you the link.
I love it. That's
What are
all
you
we think
giggling
of with
about?
Adam?
Huh?
I just love that that's all we think of. You see Redneck Riviera, and it's just, oh, I think of Adam. When I was in Nashville, I was just like, if I see John Rich, I'll get a photo for you.
And yeah, you did actually go to the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
it
go
was
check
pretty
that
cool.
place out. Oh, you know what? Okay, so this is a cool story. So speaking of these guys and everything, so I got to see Toby Keith when I was in Iraq. Of all things, I was supposed to see him in Fallujah, but I had to take off that day to go to R&R down in Qatar, and I had a layover in Baghdad. And his tour ended up going from Fallujah to Baghdad. I got to see him over there instead. Awesome concert. But the point of the story is that he was promoting his new album and also his bar that Toby Keith, I can't remember what it was fucking called. But he said that if you go into any of these locations, you tell them that you saw me here, and you'll get a free burger and a beer on me. And no shit, when I was at the Patriots Stadium at Massachusetts, and I said that I got a free fucking burger and a beer on Toby Keith. No shit, they actually honored that. Like,
that's pretty cool.
That is fucking cool, man. Like, yeah, there's no way I could have proved it, so
Right.
they just said, "Here you go." Anyone
Probably
out
'cause
there?
He specifically only tells people.
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
gone. Yeah.
Don't any of you go try going to Toby Keith's fucking bar and try
secret
pulling that
away.
shit. Hey, we heard. Yeah, no. All right, Jesse, if you could please, let's say hello to our awesome chat.
Sure can. Let's pull this up and say hi. We got lots of folks been hanging out, having great conversations in the chat. And first, as usual, Chaya Miller. Good to see you, darling. Appreciate you being in here. Twisted Pixie. I don't know if you made it back or not, but good to see you, sister. Appreciate
Welcome.
you being in here as well. Let's see who else we got. Oh, there we go. Not jumping too bad on me. Abaru, one of our very fine channel members. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. And Pixie's one of our fine channel members as well. Star Wars Dog, another one of our fine channel members. Good to see you, Star Wars Dog. Appreciate you being in here. And then, of course, Abaru.
Remote Star Wars Dog Marine, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
There you
Marine.
go.
And I saw, and oh no, never mind. It's Duke Devil. Wait, is that the same?
No, Duke Devil's and somebody else.
Yeah, Duke Devil just became a member.
Yes. Tommy Walker says hello. Hope everyone's having a kick-ass day. Well, good to see you, Tommy. It's pretty kick-ass around here. And then, of course, Gal's hanging back out in the chat. And then Kendon Bronner. Good to see you as well. Good to see you. Bubba motherfucking Ford. Good to see you, man. Glad you made it in. Another one of our fine channel members as well. Good to see you. And then, of course, one of the Legion of Memers himself, Cloud1999, is the big announcement. Now you're gay? Yeah, no, it's not new news, remember? And Lisa Clan, another one of our returning channel visitors. Good to see you in here as well, Lisa. And then Ruben Christopher Haynes.
Oh,
Brother, we were born ready for World War III. Come on.
Born
man.
motherfucking ready.
Bring it on. Stacy Ferguson is apparently a new hanger out over here. Says,
hey,
new to the show. Hey, everyone. Well, good to see you, sister.
What's
Glad
up,
you made it
Stacy?
in.
Welcome.
There we go. Yes, very good to have you. And then JB, another one of our fine channel members, says that you should have bought the non-crashing model. I think we know who he's talking to, don't we, Big Rob? Because you should have bought the non-crash. Did you know there's an option for that? You can buy a non-crashing computer. I didn't know that. Love it. And then Tim Hayes, good to see you, my friend. Glad you made it in here as well. Roman of the Empire says, ahoy, friends. Good to see you. Ahoy, Roman.
Ahoy.
Roman, glad you made it in here as well. Let's see who else we got in here. Want to make sure we don't miss anybody. And hi to anybody that might be lurking over there on Rumble. And we are live on Twitter as well. So hi, Twitter. Duke Devil 95. Now we can see the X-Men game clearly. That's right,
yes.
Duke Devil. You are spot on. Yes, you can. Finally.
I even put a little light down here to illuminate it a little bit more.
Let the light shine through.
But now that's covered up
I
on
was
my
just gonna
fucking.
say,
But yeah, that's
except
covered up on my damn title thing there.
There you go. And like you said, like Adam said, Duke Devil did become a YouTube
Hey,
member.
yeah. Welcome to the Tropic Thunder membership. Yeah, and that's a social, everybody. Put 'em up.
Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right. And then Paul Hadouken sliding in. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Glad you made it. All righty. Well, there we go. That's everybody that we've got so far.
Duke Devil, has Duke Devil been on here before?
No.
I'm trying. I recognize your name, Duke Devil. Where did I see?
Yeah.
Last night on
Ballbusters.
Ballbusters.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I've never seen Ballbusters.
Okay,
drunk did
I'm
you
pretty
get?
sure everyone has already gotten the idea. I have a really fucked up bad memory. All right,
Yeah, his brain
should not be surprised by this.
Remember when you said you were going to start paying all of us on panel money?
What?
I remember that.
Wow, I guess I forgot about that. My bad.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, you said especially the black guy, Laurence Knight, because he deserves the most reparations.
He deserves reparations.
Who let
Yeah.
him in? Who let him in?
Unfortunately, he still has
fucking-
ability.
I'm a fucking administrator, woman. What the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. I
You're
haven't paid
what's
for the
wrong with
fancy
me.
package.
Yeah,
Really?
Ryan.
When
You and
are
your
we
nasty
gonna?
ass.
When are we
no.
gonna meet up and hash this out, woman? Yeah, you got tongue tied.
So that's another one. Yeah, we're still working. And she gone.
Oh,
She gone.
That's exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
it's just-
That
yeah,
is
that's
rude.
rude.
That is rude. She
How
just cut out on
rude.
us.
Wait, was
How
she serious
rude.
or
She'll probably be back. See,
Yeah.
told you.
She'll be back. She did
Yeah.
the beep.
All for a gag, and you got to go through the entire fucking process of
Oh yeah,
reloading the page
it
and
took me
everything.
so
Hold
long.
on.
Oh my god.
Don't put the e thought in the center. Put the guest in the center.
no, Rob's not a guest anymore. He's here all the time. He's here more than you.
This is true.
burn?
This is true. What is alcohol abuse? What did I do?
Just
What
for
I
the
do,
record,
Ruben?
Jesse, you only have this job because I moved. That's right. So
That's
you started
fine.
to. No, Jesse's killing it. No, Jesse's killing it, and we love Gal.
No.
And,
Yeah.
and of
Yeah.
course,
We gotta love our dirty. What is it tonight? Dirty bucket shitter. What the?
Yes,
Okay, you
yes,
gotta tell
I
us the
am the
story
dirty
behind that
bucket
one. Come
shitter.
on,
No.
come on. What happened this time? You still got the T-Rex fucker picture,
know what?
but I want to know why you're a dirty bucket shitter.
What you have
Well-
to do is go watch Screaming into the Void on Samuel the Infamous's channel.
Man, I ain't got
That's
time
what
for that shit. You gotta be how many streams I do every week. Like,
That's
holy
not my
God,
fucking
I gotta-
problem.
well, hold on,
trying to fucking watch anything I want to watch.
hold on. Let me add some context. I'm the dirty
No,
bucket
I don't want
shitter.
to hear this shit again.
No,
I
I'm
do
not,
that.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
Emphasis.
rehash it. Devil's gonna make the meme. All right. If you want to know why it happened, go watch Screaming into the Void previously, just today. Once Devil makes the meme, it's all bets are off, and I'll change my avatar and I'll tell the story. So you have to go watch Screaming into the Void on Samuel the Infamous's channel.
Is it just me or does Ryan sound really lispy?
Yes, I'm on my phone. I sound super gay on
Yeah.
my phone. It's a thing.
What the fuck? Why do you sound like that?
I don't know. It's
I
my
think he's
phone.
lying and
I
he got
don't
some
know.
like work done or something.
That's what
Nah,
it sounds. Yeah, it
yeah.
sounds like you're like you're numbed up or something. Like you had
The-
teeth worked.
No,
something.
no. Look,
He got punched
I
in the
get
mouth, and that's why he's
it.
not on camera.
He's in the
when
middle
had
sucking
nothing
a
I'm
to
dick.
do with
on
it.
my phone, I don't have my standard mic, and I sound like I'm fucking lispy and gay.
Sound
Right,
like
just being
you're gay.
gay. Exactly.
Sound.
Just being gay.
I've never known to the switching of a mic to make you sound gay, but sure we'll go with that. That's why Dermy keeps switching up his mics.
that's not a
Keeps up
thing.
with one that's
by
making
the
you
way,
always sound like he's sucking on a
fuck Christ.
And by the way, for anyone who is new here, we do have our drinking rules. Any single super chat we do a social $20 or more, and we do shots. That's $20 or the purchase of gifted memberships. Which perfect timing, Clinton
Speaking of
has
which.
popped in. Good timing, Clinton.
Did you lose your balls right there? Like that was a high pitched voice.
He just got really excited. That's all. You got to think about it. Money plus alcohol. Like he's super squealy,
right,
like
I'm
little,
just-
I see.
little middle school girl
Pretty
kind of thing.
squeaky.
Yeah, exactly. So,
No,
Dude, that
And
shit,
don't
that shit
forget,
is
boys and
legit
girls,
fucking. That shit is like legit weird. Like I remember that, like going through puberty. Like I was in a chorus when I was a kid. I could actually sing pretty damn good. But I can't remember the fucking the differences. Like I sung in that higher pitch.
You were
Dude, it's fucking grade school, okay? Shut the fuck up. But so and then when I went through puberty, all of a sudden, like, yeah, all of a sudden my voice got really fucking deep, and I had to keep on like conscientiously fucking changing it because I'm like, oh, you're like in between. Like, yeah, going through that as a fucking boy, that sucks.
Oh yeah, but it must have really sucked for you.
He's like, hey guys, my voice got really deep. I just can't sing alto anymore. I'm sorry so much.
So this is what happens when Dermy's not here. Adam turns into the punching bag. And you know what? I love it. I love it.
Where is Dermy anyway?
I don't give a fuck.
Who knows? Probably sucking dick.
Watching Godzilla. He's watching Godzilla.
All right. Well, we got to honor Clinton has the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. So you get, speaking of Dermy, you get to mushroom stamp him. Cheers to you, Clint Hash.
Cheers.
And now that we got 21 people in here, I think it's a good time. So, like I said, I had a big announcement. We've been hanging on to this for a couple months now, but Horny Alf, being the awesome fucking dude that he is, he's been working on this for a while now. And we did get tentative information that this could possibly happen in early January. But now it is locked in, and it is still at risk of possibly not happening, at least at that time. But Gary Buechler, Mr. Nerdrotic, is expected to be here January 6th of all days, everybody.
What the fuck?
That's badass.
So not only is it badass going to be on January 6th, but that's also the week of the 1-year anniversary when this channel started. So that's is fucking awesome. So yeah, it's awesome that we got to have Drunk 3PO on here for the very first time. Just so happened to be on the week that we hit 10K, and now for our 1-year anniversary on Jan 6, Mr. Nerdrotic himself is going to be here on Skinemax Saturday. So we've been hanging on to this. Me and Alf have been hanging on to this for like 2 months now. So we were like, we didn't want to tell anybody. So
I love Clinton says J6 Boomer Takeover. That's
That should be the
incredible.
freaking title of the show.
And we're not just talking about the fact that Adam sucks ass.
You would know.
Shut up.
No
woman.
bullshit. I did not realize you started your
Fucking-
channel.
I will motorboat your butthole so bad.
You ain't going anywhere near that shit.
Adam, that's funny as fuck that you started yours on January 6th, because mine would have been January 6th. What, 3 years this year for my Common Nerd channel on YouTube. I launched it on January 6th of like 21 or 22. Yeah, it had to be
No
21
shit.
now. Yeah, it was January 6th for mine too, because it was really funny. I kept getting like my algorithm got throttled when I started mentioning my anniversary because I kept saying January 6th. So I stopped bringing it up because my algorithm got throttled.
I didn't realize that's a no word here on YouTube, but of course that does make sense. But no, it wasn't on. It's like January 4th or 5th is the official day of the first video. But so I mean that is the week. That's the week of the anniversary. So that will be our anniversary stream. What's that, Ryan? What case are you saying?
Don't tell people that. Just let it be.
Is that what you tell all
Fucking
of them?
steering to the skid, dude. Like
January
6th.
That is the official day. Oh yeah. We can do it. Yeah, sure.
God, like what? Is somebody actually gonna go back and fact check that crap?
I mean, somebody could. Yeah, I try to be as open and honest
like
about everything here.
Gal's fucking history of dating men. Yes, it's over 500.
What is your deal today?
You started, dude. You started.
You sound so fucking weird. What is up with this? There's no way it's just because you're on your fucking phone. There's something going on.
All right, I'm going to the. All right, I'm going to the studio. I'll be right back.
No,
talk around. No, don't get sick. Don't get sick. Just deal with us.
Ryan, don't fucking worry about it. I mean,
No,
anyway.
seriously, I'm not joking around. I sound super like lispy
Yes.
and gay
Yes.
on my phone. I don't get it. I've been on numerous
Is it 'cause it's
streams
through
where
s-
this
Oh.
is a complaint. Laurence Knight can attest to this, and well, so can Devil too. Gal,
This
I don't
weird.
trust her because she has all all other
motives.
No, I just wanted to
Are
wait
you
for her.
high?
I just want to leave her in limbo like she does every lover she ever has.
Oh my God. No, I fucking don't. You little bitch.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, the bitch.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Dude, wait, hold on now. Adam, I was in Devil. I was on a stream with not a stream. I was on panel with you guys earlier on my phone with Jed's, fucking Doctor Who. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you sounded normal then. So I guess you
Obviously,
just
he's been lying.
went and
Okay.
took
Yeah,
the
you
fucking.
didn't sound as gay then.
You went and took the gay shot at
He's
some point between this
mid-transmit.
and then.
He's mid
Well, what it
Gay
is
drug.
that it's Saturday night, so he's actually in that outfit that he's got on his back screen. So it's squeezing his balls and making him sound like that.
God damn it! I walked
Wait.
into that fucking
Where's
hook, line, and
Rexy?
sinker.
Well, he did go and get his tire redone. How'd you pay for it, buddy?
Oh, that explains
That's
it.
none of your
can't do it
fucking
himself.
business, Devil.
Oh, let's talk about Disney. How about that? That's talking
That was
about
a
gay
Dermy
shit.
transition right there.
Let's talk about some gay shit like fucking Disney and Bob Iger and Elon Musk had a little fucking brush up. Some interesting shit went down, and I
Yeah,
do
let me find
believe
that reel.
Jesse, if you could please go ahead and steer this conversation.
Yes, I will. Let me find Legal Mindset's tweet because he's got we could listen to the full 2-minute clip, but I think just a little edited down version of Elon Musk, because this is the thing. And I guess we could probably kind of do it in order because we should probably do. Let's
do shit in
Bob,
order, and we'll give a little
let's do
breakdown.
Bob Iger first.
Let's give a little
Yeah, let me
breakdown too for everyone. So Elon, for anyone who's not living under, or who's, unless you're living under a rock, you probably heard this, that Elon and Twitter got attacked because some which fucking news agency was it that fucking tried burning him?
It's not even a news agency. What it is it's that what are they called? The
ADL.
No, it's the Southern Poverty Law.
SPLC.
Southern Poverty Law.
Center. Yeah,
that one. Because they're an organization that like literally they labeled Glenn Beck as an anti-Semite, even though the guy literally got the Friend of Israel award presented him to him by their prime minister, the one that's been there forever, Netanyahu. Right. So like this is the kind of people that they are. And so what they did was they intentionally went through with a bunch of bogus fake accounts that specifically only said very inappropriate things on Twitter until they eventually got it to where because normally Twitter does everything they can to avoid putting ads by that. But because of the fact that their feed only followed people that said things like that, and because their accounts only said things like that, eventually you got one of these tweets that wasn't from the account, but from somebody else that said these nasty things next to an ad. So they intentionally tricked the algorithm into doing this.
Yeah.
And then they screenshotted it and tried to write this bogus article about it. And then Elon Musk
said that to try to get these results, they would have had to reload the page. Like I think it was like thousands of times.
Yeah,
like they had to do it
was
so
at
many
least.
fucking times, and out of all these thousands of fucking times, only they got 3 images, and they were the only ones. You could see the impressions on there. They were the only ones who even saw these fucking things.
Well, and hold on real quick too. So this where Elon Musk was actually asked this question about advertiser on YouTube, right? I'm sorry, on Twitter. In the background, it has a big logo for the New York Times. That is a massive far left fucking weirdo organization, right?
Right.
So this is something that Elon Musk went on a panel, right? An interview that he was going to be ribbed and he was going to be fucking just, got in the gut, every single question. And that's where he said, what he said. So I'm not going to steal from what he said, but yes, you see the New York Times fucking logo in the background.
Yeah, I think what actually was Media Matters is the company.
That's it. Yeah,
they're the ones who ran the article. Yeah, they're the ones that ran the article.
Well, they had. I guess they had a team do that weird manipulation of the algorithm.
Yeah.
Then they wrote the hit piece, but then there was some follow-on stuff from what I'm tracking that led to some tweet that kind of sparked the actual combined effort to start pulling everybody's ads. It was like a 2-word tweet, and then it got blown out of proportion. I don't even remember what the tweet was, but it was the tweet that kind of set the just kind of cascaded everything. As far as what I'm tracking, but I know that Media Matters thing started it all.
Yeah, that's I definitely clearly remember that because Crowder talked about it, and Crowder has been like on Media Matters for a long time, and he was saying that they hate him so much that they pay for a Mug Club subscription so they can see shit behind the paywall. They know that they do because they quote shit that they say behind the paywall. So it's like, then you motherfuckers are giving us money just so you can try to roast us. That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Sounds like old man Mike is going to be popping in here.
Oh, dope.
Let's who wants to take bets on what's wrong with his setup, and if we're able to hear and see him. You think audio?
I'm betting he's gonna come on pantsless. That's my guess.
No, I think his camera. I think his camera's going to be sideways again.
I'm actually going to take the bet on the fact that Gal is the whole entire problem with Mike. So,
You were so fucking salty.
He really is. He really is.
And not in a good way.
Oh, that didn't sound good at all.
Jesse, you did me so dirty, man.
I
thought we were friends earlier.
We are friends, buddy. But I mean, when you just leave yourself open like some, easy slut just laying there on the bed with her legs open, we're gonna take advantage, man. That's just how it goes.
Gal like that. That's horrible. What is wrong?
Oh, come on. You're the guy tied up with a dinosaur. Okay. Let's be honest.
I know.
Okay. So if I'm talking about anybody, I'm talking about you.
Look, in all honesty, we've missed Gal. She is a staple of the show and other shows too. And we've missed her. So I have to give her a whole lot of shit. And
No,
fact
the
that
gay shit is
18
done.
dicks a day.
He's right, Gal. Ryan tried to make me put on a dress.
Shut up, Larry.
Twice.
God damn it.
Twice.
He wanted to call me female. He wanted to call me black female, and he told me to put on a dress with some dreadlocks.
He's not minority enough for you.
Larry, you're killing me, dude. What are you doing?
You put a whip to his back too.
I thought we were friends, Larry.
He
You're
borrowed
my
it
black
from
friend.
a certain.
You don't have any friends, Ryan. You just have people that like to abuse you, so we keep you around.
Wait, that's what that was?
Oh, okay. So
yes. Here's the clip.
So basically what happened is Bob Iger actually got interviewed right before Elon Musk. It's a really long interview. It's like 38 minutes long in total. Basically, essentially what he said was nothing was my fault. All of this stuff happened while I was away. There wasn't enough executives on the set for Marvel. Basically, it was all Chapek's fault. And now I'm here to clean up the mess. And for the last year, I've been cleaning up the mess. So please continue to trust me with the keys to the kingdom because I'm the only one that can fix it. And now I'm back and everything's going to be fine. We're going to be in a rebuilding year. This sounds like a football coach trying to explain away the fact that he's had a losing season for like 6 years straight and begging the owners not to fire him at this point. Which fortunately we do know that Nelson Peltz and Ike Perlmutter have a proxy battle that they are going for next year that are at minimum are going for at least 2 board seats, most likely probably more. And with that leverage, they will either be able to pressure Bob Iger into doing exactly what they want, or they will have enough pressure to simply get rid of him. So Bob Iger knows that he is treading on thin ice right now, and he is trying to make good. But you know what he didn't make good was when he decided to pull all of the advertising in a coordinated effort with everyone else inside of Hollywood to pull all of their advertising off of Twitter because of a misquoted and taken out of context tweet of what Elon Musk said, who has already clarified all of that stuff and actually literally made a trip to Israel to make sure him and Netanyahu and their whole government was square and like helped do a whole bunch of donations and all kinds of other shit over there. All right. So all of that stuff's square. Yeah, all of that shit's been squared. But that was, of course, just like the BS with going after Parler, where all of Silicon Valley went after Parler at the same time. What's up, Jack? Good to see you, my friend. They did the exact Hollywood
Jack.
and all of the advertising did the exact same thing to Twitter. So when Elon Musk was asked, what are you going to do about, oh no, this is a slightly longer one. Here we go. This is the good one. So this guy's asked right here. This guy right here asks him, what are you going to do? Let me pull up the other screen. Hold on. Give me 1 second because I can only do 10.
Well, you're going to disappoint Gal because she likes the longer one.
That's true. I bet she does. All right. So here we go. So this is, and you guys let me know if you guys can hear it. Pretty sure I shared.
There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger
I hope
today.
they stop.
You hope
don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
Oh, why is it a beep?
Because Legal Mindset's got the beeped one.
Okay, this is like keep going. That's but this is like so in this
yourself. Yeah, is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Yes.
There was the criticism. There was
Chad moment.
Leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
Ultimate fucking Chad moment. That interviewer there is so fucking stumped. He's like he can like his mind was just blown that he's talking to somebody who's willing to say something like this. And I love the crowd's reaction. The fact that they actually applauded. I love that.
It's another Trump moment, right? Because this is where it kind of originated with Donald Trump. Yep. People are like going, "Oh my God, did he just say that?" And they're like shocked. And then of course he'd be like going, "I'm not backing down." So Elon says he's like, "Yeah, fuck him," and they're like going, "Yeah, fuck him." It's like because people have been cudgeled into silence, and quite frankly, fuck Disney, fuck this whole entire bullshit, and quite frankly, fuck Gal. I mean,
wow.
sorry.
There you go.
So fucking salty.
Blackmail me with money?
Because that's the big thing, right? That's one of the things I love about this. He points out the fact that you are going to blackmail me. You are going to try to get me into some kind of compliance. You are going to try to control me with money. Go fuck yourself. I'm literally the richest man on the planet. Eat his ass is what he's trying to tell you right here.
Blackmail me with advertising? Blackmail me with money? Go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Stumped, flabbergasted.
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob.
Chad.
If you're in the audience.
Well, let me ask you.
And what's great about that too is that Bob Iger was on the stage earlier
right
in the day.
Elon.
Was it right before? Yeah, it was like
my understanding
was
right beforehand.
And then Elon up here, public, in front of everyone, with the New York Times logo behind him, says, "Go fuck yourself, Bob Iger. Go fuck yourself." And that is beautiful.
Well, I'd like to play devil's advocate a bit with that in support of.
No,
Bob
only
Iger.
Devil Made Me Do It can do that.
Well, let me borrow.
Well, he's
Let me
advocating
just borrow
for
for a
the
minute
devil.
for a second. You guys have to understand something is that Bob Iger meant no disrespect to Elon Musk. You have to understand when he looks at Elon Musk, he sees what you guys see when you see me, which is an African American. He thought that Elon needed money, and he figured if he offered him some money, he would take it. After all, he's all about equity and inclusion. He was just trying to help. He was trying to help a man who comes from a disadvantaged community.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
That's fucking great, Lawrence.
That is great. I thought we were gonna have to actually have an argument with you over fucking Bob fucking
We're
Iger.
gonna have to politely but firmly ask him to get in the back.
Get in the back of the bus, please.
But I'm black, man. I'm already in the back sitting.
Oh man,
I love that. I love anyone who's seen my Twitter. I love that I've got the picture when I was at the Salty Nerd studio in Vegas, and I was there with fucking Culture Casino and Comics Division, Salty, and fucking Quarter Black Garrett, and he was all the way in the back of the fucking room. And I had so many comments on there. Of course, the black man's in the back.
Of course he is. Of course. He is.
And my reply was, well, he should. To be fair, he should only be quarter of the way back.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to name drop. That just pops in my head. Okay, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, name dropping is fucking gay, and you just did it. So
it wasn't my intention, okay? But I will take this.
You just lost a viewer for being gay. Like
You're one to talk, Lispy.
Yeah, Mr. Lispy.
You start being
Ryan was the only one sitting.
We lost another one. I love that.
That's what Dermy's playing right now.
By the
what he
way,
listens to when he's
I heard
wanking
y'all
it.
shit talking.
About what?
Long things.
Long things? How long?
I don't remember anything like that.
Let me get my
Yeah, of
ruler.
course you don't.
No.
So
I was probably
every
drinking.
time Gal turns her camera off, she has a dick in her mouth, is what she's saying.
Can you
Wow.
stop
that makes more
fantasizing about
sense.
me?
That makes more sense.
It is starting to sound like you like her, Ryan. Maybe.
Like freaking.
Yeah, it's like how
schoolyard
the little
bullshit.
boy. It's how the little boy on the playground went and pulled the girl's pigtails that he liked.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
it's-
No,
wait,
he
hold
clarified.
on.
He clarified that he's a school girl.
Oh,
Wow.
that explains-
Wait, hold
that
the
explains
fuck
the
on.
catty attitude. Then.
She
That explains
talks
the catty.
shit
Shut
at me, and I get the fucking. Oh
you're
God!
such a
You know what?
little bitch.
I'll be right back. I'm getting on my fucking actual real camera.
You gonna go
About
get
fucking
his butt
time.
done?
About fucking time.
He went to go get his butt.
Jesse, do you have the clip of Bob Iger's speech when he was up there?
Which clip do you want? Because there's a lot. I mean, like I said, it's a 38-minute long.
What was it they're
video.
talking? They showed the stuff that they're showing on FNT.
Well, that was kind of what I was talking about, because that was like the whole him blaming Bob Chapek for everything, saying that he wasn't there, and that they've had a lot of, and like he didn't want to address. It was funny because even when he was asked about the Elon Musk thing, he says, "I'm not going to talking about pulling all the stuff off Disney." He says, "I'm not going to talk about that specifically." And then he just went on to say that he respected Elon Musk as a person and yada yada yada, basically trying to blow a bunch of smoke up his ass. But yeah,
the thing
blamed Bob Chapek for everything.
The thing I really want to get on is that here's the thing, everybody. For those of y'all who missed it, he was questioned about the failures of Disney's movies and production lately, and he deflected on everything. Any single issue, there was something that had a recourse. Which one was it? He blamed COVID.
Yeah, he
that
blamed
happened
COVID
3 fucking
for
years
Miss
ago
Marvel.
for Miss Marvel's failure.
Yeah. He
Or
said,
was it? Oh no, the Marvels. The Marvels.
Yeah, the Marvels. He said a lot of it was filmed during COVID. So essentially, you couldn't have enough executives there on the ground overseeing things
To pester. That's all executives do.
So,
Like,
but
fuck
essentially,
off.
that means the people we hired weren't good enough to be left alone on their own to make a movie. Somebody had to be there babysitting them, and because somebody wasn't there, it turned into a disaster. Which that's a
just too
bullshit fucking
bad.
argument anyway. They knew exactly what they were trying to do with that. They were trying to shove those women as the next forefront of the MCU. They wanted Miss Marvel to be the head of the next Young Avengers thing and all that kind of stuff, except every plan that they had laid out for the next few years has all imploded because this year everything's been so abysmally in the toilet. The ratings have been in the toilet. All the box offices, with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy, has lost money. They have literally lost over $1 billion in the last year. They lost $500,000 in just the last weekend because their latest failure is Wish, which was a $200 million movie, which might not crack, if I'm looking at the numbers, probably might not crack $75 million worldwide.
I did 200 for a cartoon. Holy fuckballs, Batman. Good Lord.
Bob saying that whole executive bullshit where they couldn't, because of COVID, they couldn't have enough executives down there to oversee everything. Basically, what he's saying there is they hired based on the DIE bullshit instead of competency, to where they could be left to their own devices and not be micromanaged. So because of COVID and their stupid ass policies, he basically just admitted to the fact that these policies fucked them inadvertently.
You know what's complete bullshit?
Hey, welcome
about
back,
that?
Logical Spock.
Hey,
is simple. We have computers now. They have full control. Every single day, whatever was made could be sent up to any of their offices and they could look over it, give suggestions. It's not like the old days where they had to get in a fucking golf car, drive all the way over to the fucking film lot and shit like that. No, they have all that stuff at their hand at any time. If they wanted oversight over what was happening, of the footage or whatever, they could get it. They're full of shit.
Welcome, the Last Souls trilogy. Welcome. Haven't seen you before.
The Lost Souls trilogy.
The Lost Souls. And by the way, to 24 people watching over on Rumble. Well, thank you, everybody. I am watching your guys' chat too. Unfortunately, we're getting on fucking StreamYards. And actually, me and Jesse have been talking. We may use a different software here pretty soon that we can start pulling up Rumble chats as well. So hello to the Pleeps over there talking about computers. He says, I'm surprised Bob didn't blame Y2K for computer glitches. that is yeah.
But yeah, this right here, Disney's latest animated movie, Wish, has a reported budget of $200 million, making it the most expensive animated film of all time. However, the movie's opening weekend was a disappointing, grossing only $33 million. The movie's production budget is $50 million higher than Disney's previous film, Frozen 2, which set a new record for the holiday for a whopping $125 million gross over the 5-day. Despite this, Wish is expected to perform better overall, with estimate earnings of $35 million across the weekend and $45 to $50 million across the 5-day Thanksgiving. Its early success. Except that's not what it ended up making. What it actually ended up making it's been in the screen. It's been in the theaters for 2 weekends, including the 5-day Thanksgiving Day weekend, coming in at a grand total of $53 million internationally.
Wow,
that is fantastic. Oh my god,
that's gutter level.
Yeah, that is amazing. I've never even seen a trailer for this. I didn't even know this fucking movie existed until like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Well,
I saw a couple of trailers on YouTube, but that was about it. Yeah.
It's a black girl and a goat, as Ryan Kinnell described it.
Black girl and a goat.
I mean, that's the way to simplify it. Yeah, he's not wrong. So
is that Mike? Is that Mike I hear?
That's right. Yeah, look at that. Look, he's on camera. He's looking all pretty. Probably doesn't sound like he's got a dick in his mouth anymore.
Motherfuckers, I'm here. That's right. I'm here to fucking tear Gal's ass up. Let's go.
You ain't getting anywhere near my ass.
Yeah, we'll see.
That is the weirdest thing. Ryan. You have a gay phone. That is so fucking weird.
He's got a
Your phone gives you a gay lisp.
That's impressive. The difference between the phone audio and this one is
have no idea.
Remarkably different.
His
thing.
His microphone in his room has a thing that filters out the lisp. That's all that is.
Yeah, that's right. He's got the gay filter setting on his fucking microphone here.
Wait. Hold on.
No need to hold on. We have it right.
The dirty Rex fucker background is there's something gayer than that.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
No, the fact
turn your gay filter off. Turn your gay filter off, and let's find out.
There's no gay filter.
Right, it's the actual background. Good call. You admitted it. That's your actual background. We got it.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, woman.
No.
What's up, bro?
I'll get to you soon.
one of our fine channel members. But yeah, I mean, this is like I said, this is a movie that cost them $200 million and will not and might not cross $75 million globally. Like
where go ahead.
Well, all I was gonna say is like, so you're talking. So if you go to the normal 2.5 times the budget thing, right? And that's generally underestimated, which is something that Robert Meyer Burnett's been saying for the last couple of years. It's generally 3, sometimes 4, but just to be generous, we'll say it's 2.5 times the budget, right? So $200 million, what's 2.5 times that? $500 million. That thing is literally going to lose them $425 million.
And I'm here for it.
Goes no further. Oh yeah,
I'm here for it. I'm curious to find out. So I mean, it was this movie immediately following after the Marvels.
It was like 2 weeks after the Marvels came out. Yeah.
But I'm saying like there's no other projects in between. It was back to back, right?
No. It was back to back. So it was one of those situations where that's why they said it was half. That's why I said it was $500 million in 1 month that they lost.
I want us to do the math on how much we think that the Marvels is going to lose and combine it with this. Just between 2 movies. Just 2 fucking movies.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the Lost Souls just subscribed. Welcome, Lost Souls.
Hell
Welcome
yeah,
to the channel. Hell yeah. How did you find us? I'm curious. Let us know.
Sorry. I just pulled up the Marvels numbers.
Hey, we got
What are we looking at on there?
On Rumble.
Hold on, I could share the whole thing.
Oh yeah, look, I got people popping up over on Rumble. Jeff.
Awesome.
Jeff Pearsonelli. Sorry, I can't see that far. Death Dealer says, "Fuck Disney. May they reap what they sow." Abso-fucking-lutely. Welcome everyone over on the Rumble side. I love y'all.
All right. So
someone did ask how many do we got across all platforms. So right now we have 22 here on YouTube. 30. Well, we had 32, just dropped off. I guess I pissed somebody off. So we got over 50 altogether between the 2 of these. Okay, here's the thing, guys. I used to be streaming on Odyssey and Kick as well, and not one single time we didn't get anything for these kind of shows. Like no one showed up. Like the game streams, we get people over on Kick, but this kind of stuff not so much. So it was just too much of a hassle. So the only other platform we're on right now is Twitter, which we can't watch. I don't know who's watching.
Yeah, you can't. The chat really sucks over there. They're still working on it, but. The Lost Souls says something, and I want to point something out why one of the things we always tell everybody to do is so important. Nice. You said you just showed up on my feed somewhere. So this is why we always talk about why the smashing the like button is so important. Leaving comments on the videos, all of that kind of stuff is important because that shows you that the people already watching enjoy the content, which tells YouTube, the algorithm, that it should push it out to other people that could also potentially like it. That's what your little recommended thing is up on there. That's what a lot of that kind of stuff is, because that's why those likes and all those comments matter on stuff, because it pushes it out to somebody like the Lost Souls trilogy. And now we've got a new subscriber. So shout out to everybody that has smashed the like button. And if you haven't already,
smash that like button.
Hold on.
I always say, double tap that like and subscribe and ring that bell. What's up, Ron?
Hold on real quick. That's a long-winded way to say that if you like and subscribe, Gal will put her ass on screen again. That's right. She will.
Not tonight, I won't.
He's in a mood.
You've been in a mood for a while.
You're in a very bitchy mood, yes.
So what we've got right here is, okay, so we know we've got at least probably, if this thing doesn't make it to $75 million, which hell, it might not make it to $60 million, but let's be generous and say it makes it to $100 million worldwide. They keep it in theaters just forever and just try to milk it for as long as they can, right? Let's say it makes it to 100 million, right? We know this thing needed to make $450 million in order to make a profit, right? So that's $350 million loss right there, right? Then you go over to the Marvels, which looks like worldwide it's not going to make $200 million. So let's be generous and say $200 million. So is everybody keeping track of the math? We've got $350 million loss on Wish. Now we go over to the box office on the Marvels. Now we know this movie cost at minimum $300 million to produce. Because of the
350 plus 350.
Okay, but no,
that's Indiana Jones level.
Yes, but that's because we don't have all of the tax returns yet from the UK. We'll have the rest of them next fall. So that's why everybody's estimating $350 million. But right now we know at least $300 million on that one. So you once again,
welcome, old man
ahead.
Mike. We'll
Yeah,
talk.
what's up,
Mike? We'll
Welcome to Mike. There he is.
Mike, we'll talk to you here in a minute, dude. I do want to get this math together and see how much Disney fucked themselves.
Absolutely, no problem.
Okay, so once again, we're gonna grant them the generous benefit of it'll make it to $200 million by the time it's completely and totally done. Probably won't, but anyway, we're gonna be generous and say that. So once again, $300 million budget at minimum. Okay, we're saying at minimum. So 2.5 times 600. And then we add another 150 million, $750 million is at minimum. Being generous is what it would take for this thing to crack a profit, right? So once again, if it doesn't make it to $200 million, what's 750 million minus 200 million? $450 million. What did we lose from Wish? Everybody keeping track? $350 million. What's 450 plus 350?
800.
Is 800
$800 million.
You almost said 750, didn't you?
And these are actually
200 million shy of $1 billion lost between two fucking movies, everybody. Way to go, fucking Disney. Way to fucking go woke, go broke.
It's get woke,
fuck
go
you.
broke, for the record.
Oh no, this means Lost Souls trilogy. This means they have lost almost $1 billion just in the last month, which means they are closer to $2 billion. They're basically at $1.8 billion for the year now. $1.8 billion of losses.
People don't remember the fact that Indiana Jones and the Dial of Diarrhea came the fuck out. That was the biggest flop in history.
Until the Marvels. The Marvels ended up being a bigger one.
No, I don't think the Marvels is going to be bigger. I think
according to WDW Pro, it was because I think what did Indiana Jones make at the box office?
A sneeze.
Because I think it made more than the Marvels did globally. It made more than the Marvels.
Well, yeah, but the Marvels cost less.
No, it didn't. The Indiana Jones cost like 350 to 400. Was what we were hearing was 350 to 400 million on that one. Let's see if I can just find it under ND5.
While you get that figured out,
go
let's
ahead.
say hi. Big Mike, what's up, buddy? You got the camera. You got the camera and the microphone working. Congrats.
You're a tough crowd. I heard the comments before I ever got online. And I'm really not sure who I should be the most offended with, but all of you are a bunch of fucking assholes. Old people take time, It's like, first off, I had a flat tire on my wheelchair, so it didn't get over here quite as fast as I wanted it to. And then when it finally did, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't see me when before I tried it, I could see me just fine. And then when I get the link, it was like, holy shit, this is going downhill. Adam's right. I am really fucked up. I made it. It's like everything else, you work your way through the desert and finally arrive at the oasis, and here I am.
Yeah, that's funny.
Welcome, Mike.
And just for the record, it was Adam who said you would show up without pants on.
He was right. He was right. Because when I'm drinking, if I wear pants, it takes me way too long to go out on the porch to take a piss.
I feel that. I can respect that. I really do.
What is old people do take time? I'm one of them. All right, Lost Souls.
There you go. Right,
and
exactly.
Lisa Clan, what's up? Nasty
Some
motherfuckers.
nasty
Yes, we are.
Yes, ma'am.
We are.
But yes,
nasty. Come on.
So this one right here. So like I
Do we
said,
need to bring the
Indiana
budget up?
Jones was $381 million worldwide box office with a reported budget of $300 million, which we believe was like 350 after reshoots closer to 4, but we won't find out until the tax returns come back. So yes, the Marvels was a much bigger loss than Indiana Jones was. But it was the biggest loss prior to the Marvels.
Wait, hold on. So the Marvels actually exceeded the budget of Indiana Jones?
No, they're about the same, but the Marvels far underwhelmed at the box office compared to Indiana Jones. That's why it's a bigger loss.
Are we talking about reported budgets or so because we don't know tax returns budget, right?
Well, for the Marvels, we won't know full tax returns until next year this time, but we do know as of right now it's at least $300 million.
And it's no surprise that this. I mean, at least with Indiana Jones, you've got a recognizable name and good history. People wanted to see and wanted to hope that it was going to be good. The Marvels was full of 2/3 people didn't know who the fuck these characters even were.
Yeah, no, I have to actually ask the panel, right, and the chat, who actually thinks that Indiana Jones underperformed over the Marvels, and the Marvels was the bigger flop? Because I don't think that's true. Right, because Indiana Jones in the Dial of Dysentery was horrendous.
But it was still a recognizable name. There's gonna still be people who are gonna go see this as opposed to the Marvels.
Yes, but the reshoots were drastically outnumbered because we heard about reshoots beforehand that
all
were
the way up until the very end.
Exactly, like it was something that was unheard of. I don't think that Indiana Jones ultimately had a $380 million budget. I think it was probably $425 for $30 million budget after reshoots. This thing is people say the biggest flop in history.
Well, people say the same thing about the Marvels, that the budget is probably higher than what they're reporting, and they reshot the shit out of that one too.
Yeah, but the Marvels still released on date. Well, it minus $1.
No, it got pushed back twice. The Marvels got pushed back twice.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't Indiana Jones.
I swear it got pushed back like 5 times.
Yeah, this movie got pushed. The Marvels got pushed back a lot.
Yeah,
COVID caused everything to get the government's reaction to COVID caused everything to get pushed back at least almost 2 years. But then after all of that got moved, and when that got announced, the numbers, then the Marvels got pushed twice again, because the Marvels initially was supposed to come out in July of this year, but then they had to go back to the cutting room floor and cut out a bunch of shit, which is why it's the shortest Marvel movie to ever premiere in the box office. And then that's why it ended up getting pushed back to November again. And so it's got a bunch of reshoots and money that we don't know about yet either. That just happened this year, which is, like I said, we won't know the final numbers until next year, but it's not even going to come close to touching Indiana Jones's box office. Like, Indiana Jones hit almost 400 million worldwide. This one won't crack 200. So literally half the box office, the global box office that Indy did.
But which, of course, like, this is all speculation, right? From all of us. I'm going in the camp of Indiana Jones. I raised my hand to say that Indiana Jones probably cost, and it needed to actually cap 1.1 billion to actually make money, right? Because of the production budget, the reshoots, the marketing. Budget, the theaters, stuff like that. I don't think the Marvels was that high. I would say the Marvels would probably cap somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 million.
I think we can just agree that both garbage piles and
terrible
Disney lost.
Yeah. Either way, Disney's lost almost $2 billion in the last 12 months. That's insane.
Sorry, I've been on Jed the Hollywood Scholars, and Adam the Renaissance Nerds Roundtable, and they bet numbers, and so sorry,
Mike, you got something to say?
I'm just thinking. You guys didn't even see Barbara Streisand's new video live in Brooklyn. It's like,
I didn't. I didn't.
She's still alive?
Yes, she's still alive, you weirdo. What the fuck?
I didn't know that either, to be honest.
Actually, I was hoping you could drum up some business and get a free drink here, because I'm ready to go. And it's been kind of somebody's going to pay $20 to listen to how Disney's losing money. Who gives a fuck? Last time I was at Disney, the mouse was still at the gate.
That's right. If you hit a veteran, then you won't donate $20.
Well, I was going to pay it myself, but I don't think Adam will ever see it.
And don't forget, guys, you can donate on Rumble too. And all of the super chats and all the Rumble rants and all the memberships over there on Rumble go directly to Adam, go directly to the creator until the end of the year. So Rumble is a much better option if you're going to donate on. Just putting that out there too.
Go to Rumble and donate.
Which
many of us have Rumbles too.
Oh yeah, let's highlight Adam to the government. He's making money, and I don't think he's declaring it.
No, we all get the little I-9 from all of these companies at the end of the year.
999.
Yeah, I've actually got this organized as an LLC, and I still have not done shit to actually do any like the good financial organization yet. I'm gonna have to hire somebody.
You got to talk to Hunter. He knows. He's got 20, at least 20. He could probably get one for you and no problem whatsoever.
Right.
You should really talk to Gal because she has the golden mouth and she makes billions.
Cliff Anderson says, "This is my crayon. There are many like it, but this one is mine." Well, hello, Jarhead. Hello.
Cheers, Jarhead.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I've been coming up with ideas for like little things that we can do. Yeah, I actually did look into like doing like a coin pressing thing. There's no way. The equipment to do like coin press is like you need like industrial size shit to do that at home. So it's either I'd have to hire out somebody to make
need
like
a fucking press. Like what do you
dude, it's like there is no small home fucking thing to actually like really
know.
Talk with culture.
Well, it could be if you made it the size of a bullet.
Well, yeah,
that's true.
Well, yeah, Culture Casino does those poker chip things. I mean, that's a possibility. But I mean, yeah, we could also like do like the dog tag thing. Somebody had an idea for that. But
that's a great one. Yeah, dog tags. Yeah.
So we'll look into
coins or dog tags, stuff like that.
Adam, is that your new video game there in the background?
It is. That's
your new video game.
Yes. Is that not sexy?
You decided to stiff me, motherfucker, so you could buy a goddamn video game?
Mike said what we all thought. Adam stiffing everybody because he's a fucking bitch.
No shit. It's all about me.
I do still owe you the money.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm never gonna forget.
I just keep forgetting to fucking send it to you. I got it. Send me a text tomorrow. I'll send it to you.
Adam, how's the money on the way? Tell us about it. How's the money on the way?
It's better checking the mail than not at all.
Oh, must have got lost in the post office. Let me send it again. I'll just cancel that one.
I know. Hey,
God,
in your defense, though, I'm waiting on a cigar load from War Fighters. It's already been like 10 days and it's still not here. So.
Oh shit! Really? Yeah, I ordered a big fucking box of cigars for Black Friday, and I got them like fucking 3 days later.
Oh well, apparently you have people that can still get to your mailbox.
Yeah.
This is Vermont.
Yeah,
I have to wait until Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny comes around.
Yeah, well, they probably saw that it's from Vermont. Said, "Fuck this liberal asshole. He's not getting our cigars."
It's probably Bernie's brother.
Right.
Oh, they run the cigar shop.
Yeah, it still disgusts me. Remember when we had Bernie Sanders representatives come to our fucking VFW post?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. So I was commander of the post at the time, and my I'm not going to name names, but I think it was someone who was like a foreign post commander introduced me to them, and they said, "Don't worry, we won't take up too much of your time." And I'm like, because they wanted to come speak to everybody. Obviously, it's to kiss ass, talking about Bernie Sanders and how much he wants to do for fucking veterans. And I didn't mean this to be an insult, and obviously, it still came out like, "Oh, good, then you can go ahead and pack up your stuff and get out of here." And wow, they were like, they looked at me like, "Oh, you fucked up." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You can suck my fucking dick. I fucking hate that commie motherfucker.
Yeah, I really hate how they expect some kind of reverence with politicians and officials. Like we're supposed to be, super respectful and show decorum. Like I've got
you work for us, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely true. That was the worst. Like actually, Bernie came to the state convention. We were there.
Yeah.
And that was like, no, I can't sit here. I had to leave. I can't stand the son of a bitch.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I wasn't there for that either. Yeah, yeah. Was that the one? I think you and me, we just got fucking lunch. I think.
Well, actually, I think I went to get some antacids because we got pretty shit faced the night before. But I didn't really think that had anything to do with Bernie. I didn't want to be there anyway. So,
dude, anyone who's never been on a VFW convention is pretty much a fucking drunk fest. Like you get like nothing but hospitality rules. You get fucking free liquor.
The fuck?
Everyone gets boozed the fuck up and then goes to these fucking boring ass convention shit. Everyone's like hung the fuck over the next day.
Wait, you're saying that veterans get together and get drunk? Are you sure?
No.
What are you talking about?
No, it's just, it's a secret handshake organization.
That's one. That sounds like one of the fucking aircraft maintenances. We had a union, and I went to one of the big union conventions. Just a bunch of aircraft mechanics, and yeah, we had a hospitality room, and we all got fucking hammered and shit the entire time.
So at national conventions, my very first convention actually was my first time ever here in Missouri. It was in St. Louis. When you go to a national convention, there's hospitality rooms, and there's a different one for each state. So what everyone does is you just end up bouncing from state to state and just getting boozed up, drinking at every single all fucking 50 whatever fucking and yeah. Oh fuck. Oh yeah. Okay. I ran into one of the hotel workers who was taking out like the trash and shit. And I'm like, did you just hear all the fucking clinging and clanging of fucking bottles and cans and shit? I'm like, yeah, hey, appreciate you cleaning up for us. And like, he goes, man, you fucking vets really party.
No shit. Who would have thunk it?
Oh man,
that's fucking great.
Yeah, the daytime shit can get pretty fucking boring, but yeah, the nighttime, there's a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah, that's all it was just sitting there. The only reason I even had to sit through all the convention meetings and like actually take notes was because it was my first time there, and so I had to give a report back to our local lodge, and so I was like, but that's okay. There was breaks in between. You go to the hospitality room and sneak a beer during the breaks of the meetings.
Right.
So
let's go ahead, Mike.
I got a question. I'm probably gonna hijack your whole because I saw your outline.
Go for it.
You wanted to go, but did anyone watch the DeSantis and Gavin Newsom?
The debate,
It wasn't really a debate. It was like, well, I don't want to say anything that might influence the conversation because that's my conversation or question. Did anybody see that, and what was the reaction to it?
I watched it on the Crowder stream. Yeah, I watched it on Steven Crowder's stream. Gavin Newsom is just a dirty fucking liar. He's got a big fucking smile and a slick fucking appearance, and he just tries to kiss ass and just blatantly fucking lies through his fucking teeth. And anyone with half a fucking brain who can do some research will know he's just a fucking liar. And fucking DeSantis destroyed him. Now, there was a couple moments where, yeah, Gavin managed to throw a couple jabs in, but it's mostly just because of his fucking lies. But other than that, even fucking Bill Maher said that was a terrible decision on Gavin Newsom to do that, and he got fucking wrecked.
It's funny. An actual person from California, I think it was a member of the House, who actually represents California, went up in front of the thing and literally tore every single thing he said apart, proved how every single thing he said was a lie. Every time he tried to tout something, he said actually, and pointed how he twisted the thing around to try to bullshit us. It was fucking amazing.
Well, he was using per capita on all of his figures instead of just the raw numbers. And they do that. They twist the calculation on how they come up with the numbers.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's reversed. So Gavin uses the raw numbers because California is such a big, so much of a bigger state. But it's when you do the per 1,000 per capita numbers, that's when it really comes in to show that California is completely fucked up.
Well, he said like auto theft. If you look at the reported auto theft, it's down. Yeah, because people aren't reporting it and shit. And so he said, if you look at insurance claims for their cars being stolen. It's up like 270% or some ridiculous amount. Like it's
dude. He tried to claim. So who was it that was Hannity? Hannity was the moderator. Hannity gave him the actual fucking numbers of people who were moving from California to Florida, and Gavin just simply said, "Oh, well, that's going to be a fun fact check to look up because the truth is that there are much more people moving from Florida to California." Who the fuck believes that shit? No one is buying that crap. It's just a blatant fucking lie. That's all he did all night.
So you just gave me the perfect entry for my next question. Where do you get the reassurance that's true? Because I live in Vermont, and if you're listening to people here, you would not think that. So it's scary to me that someone could watch that. It wasn't even a debate. It was more like two girls arguing with each other.
Well, I mean, that's what a debate is. It was a debate between states. They called it the debate between red and blue states.
Blue and red,
like
yes.
Blue and red, yeah.
But when you have people that here that just like completely dismiss the whole argument of conservatism with somehow the liberal side is going just fine. I mean, that's like, it scares the shit out of me.
Well,
but you're what's the right word? You're more confirmed that it's not really going over the cliff. I'm looking for reassurance here because I don't get it here in Vermont. It's not reassuring whatsoever.
Well, yeah. Everyone there is being gaslit. I mean, they all are being lied to constantly, confidently, and they're being secluded from the truth. They have no idea.
They don't care. They don't care. They're not looking to find an outside answer. They like it. That's what scares me, that there are people that like it. That's what they think.
Yeah, they are ignorant. Exactly. They are ignorant, and they've been lied to. They don't even realize what we know is the truth. We know that because we see facts. They get lied to and gaslit, and they are secluded from the truth. They are not told the truth. They just hear nothing but lies. So they actually believe that California is better than Florida because all they've heard is that Florida is terrible. And why? Because Governor DeSantis has turned that place around and has made it an amazingly prosperous red state. So the media has been gaslighting everyone to believe that that state sucks and people are dying and it's poverty and crime and all this shit only because they're being lied to and they're not being shown the facts.
Well, it's like the old Reagan quote was, it's not that they're stupid, it's they believe so many things that aren't true. And like Adam said, they've been force-fed a bunch of nonsense forever, and they believe all the talking points because they're too lazy and too unwilling to have the desire to go do any research and learn any facts, or if, for God forbid, they hear a difference of opinion, and they prefer to live in their ignorance. But that's why we live in the United States. That's why you move with your feet, you vote with your feet, man. That's how things go.
Then here's another for me scary.
A small state.
But it's not all right. But in this example that I'm going to bring up, it's not. It's actually Congress. They just tossed out who's the guy from New York that lied and blah blah. Yeah, they tossed him out, and it was like 100 Republicans that voted in favor of tossing him. So if that's the kind of government we got, we're getting rid of some small Republican in New York State is more important than everything else that's going on, then how is it other people, the world, the state, the country, everybody's going to get the idea that we're not just going over a cliff, that there's a reason to like try to put the oars back in the water, your feet to the ground and struggle against this stuff. It's scary for me because it's easy for me to be with you guys and listen to the same opinion, but I'm not getting the sense that there is a real realization that this shit's going over the cliff. And if those oars don't hit the water pretty soon, The boat's not going to stop. It's already too late.
Yeah, but you got to remember, look, I mean, you look at stuff like the walk away movement. There's a full on movement of many, many people who are saying our eyes are open now and we're walking away from the Democratic Party. And that's happening in droves. There is no walk away movement from the Republican Party. The only people who are walking away is like Mr. fucking Morning Joe Scarborough, who were never real fucking Republicans in the fucking first place. The only people walking away from the right, from the Republican Party, are rhinos. They are Republicans in name only. The Democrat,
you had Liz Cheney and Kinzinger,
like
right?
Wyoming bitch.
Yep.
Yeah,
those people are not fucking Republicans. They're not right.
Like
ahead,
Sam
Larry.
would
Those
agree
are the
with me,
people.
Larry.
Well, those people are the
Yeah,
generational politicians who grew up they grew up next to Democrats. They were all their friends. They all went to the same birthday parties. They all went to the same private schools. They all went to the same places, right? They grew up with these people. So it's like they relate more to them than they do by far to any of us. And even so much less with Trump, who, Trump, for all the things you can say about him, is a rough shot kind of guy and he's not going to bullshit. And they've grown their life up around nothing but people that bullshit and gaslight and blow smoke up each other's ass. So of course they're going to turn away from him. Of course they're going to hate him and anybody like us. And yeah, you had 100 uniparty fucking Republicans vote with this guy because that's what we've got. We've got probably about 150 good, decent, halfway conservative libertarian Republicans in Congress. And the rest of them are all Democrats. They're all flat out socialists or uniparty. And unfortunately, that's just the way the things are. Fortunately enough, we had enough of a presence in the House to actually force some things and get some things done. Didn't get as much as what we wanted, but at least it was something. It's the first time something like that's ever happened. And in Texas, this is what I always tell everybody. You want to change politics, get involved in your local party. Because your local party is what breeds the next generation of politics. Your local party, your parties are what makes the difference in what the next slate of priorities are for your politicians. And so if you can take back control of your party from the last generation, which a lot of them are getting old, sick and tired of doing this shit and just letting themselves go on out the way, then you can change the future of all of that, because that's what we've done in Texas. We literally had the libertarians in the Republican Party all very quietly shake hands with the old guard and go, yeah, we got this. And then boom, as soon as everybody was on the ballot, we voted all of the old guys out and all of the libertarians in. And we've got a brand new slate of young up and coming politicians in Texas that are all way, way, way libertarian Republican as far as stuff like that's concerned.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the chat here. I did see your chats. So yeah, Lisa is asking, hey, old man Mike, you a Vietnam vet?
Served 68 to 72, but did not go to Vietnam.
Okay, there you go. That answers that question.
68 to 72, and then you went back in. When did you go back in?
79, when they took hostages. That
and when did you end up retiring?
January of 03, after I came back from deployment.
That's a long fucking stint.
I was too goddamn old.
That's a long fucking stint.
I can't do this anymore. I was 51 years old and I went, this is going to go on for a lot longer and I can't do it anymore.
Oh yeah, dude. So how many years is that total that you were in the Air Force?
Well, 4 was active. The rest was reserves, but it was 20. I lose count. Somewhere 23, 24, because there's always those months involved, but somewhere in that neighborhood, 23.
Oh yeah, dude. Thank you. I hate doing this. I think it's kind of cheesy to thank other veterans for their service, but thank you for your service, old man Mike.
Yeah, well, I feel the same way. I did it because I wanted to, and I appreciate anybody whose gratitude, if it's not meant to be just something you have to say, like, "Oh, God bless you," when somebody sneezes.
Adam, Ryan needs to.
Ryan needs to go suck a big bag of dicks.
Yeah,
I do. Yes, I updated.
Just make sure you take my advice.
Shut the fuck up, woman. I hate
Fuck
you
you,
so much.
bitch.
I don't know why she's dancing, because she's gonna suck my dick. But I updated my Ryan dirty bucket shitter and stuff like that. So
the dinosaur better still be your background though.
It's not. No, it's not the background.
You know what I mean?
Holy shit!
No, you gotta change it.
You
with the
fucked it
meme.
up. You fucked it up. It's just an
No.
orange bucket. You fucked it up.
I guess you said dirty bucket shitted fucker then.
Wait. Hold on.
Didn't you have to go?
The chat determines what is actually acceptable. What are we talking about here?
We're talking about you leaving.
Yeah, I have to leave because I'm on call at 6:30 a.m.
Go.
Oh, poor.
All right, you fucking dirty bitches.
Don't neglect the
Bye,
boss.
bitch.
Go sub to Ryan.
Go sub to Ryan. We do love Ryan.
Hold on, real quick. Please sub to me at Legion Talk on Rumble. Jesse told me to plug it, and I'm doing right now. So,
well, you gotta send me your Rumble link.
I'll do it right now. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, Rumble is picking up, man. It's we got a lot more people are watching over on Rumble than on YouTube now, which is pretty fucking amazing. Considering we have like 230, I think, subs over on Rumble, and hopefully eventually we'll finally get to fucking 12,000 over here. It's been taking fucking forever.
Dude, I finally crossed. I checked it today. I'm at 422 followers on Rumble now. So
Hell
like
yeah,
I've gained like a nice little bit in the last few weeks.
Hell yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Hey, check the private chat. Trust me.
What is in the private chat? I will play this. Is this
that is amazing. Oh my god.
The website. See that?
All it took me was
okay.
I get it now.
So the link that's in the private chat, everybody, says fuckyourself.com, and when you go to that link, you get this. Bob Iger. Yes.
Wow.
Someone paid for fuckyourself.com to go to Bob Iger's wiki page.
Does that mean we can have a drink?
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
we didn't
it
get a
is.
super chat, but
Stop. Hold on. Stop.
I mean,
taking
you
away
can
from
drink
the
to that
veteran.
if you want.
I will.
This
Why
is
wouldn't I?
like, oh, god damn it!
Ryan would like to do his outro.
I already did my outro.
Everyone, if you want to contribute to Old Man Mike's
Shout out,
future,
yes.
dialysis, liver whatever.
Oh no, no.
Please,
By the
please
time,
drop
he is the best of us, right
we need a
there.
super chat.
by the time I need any medical attention, they will have said he should have called 10 minutes sooner.
Right, motherfucker. Shout out to old man Mike. Shout out to all the veterans and everybody who watches this streams. We are the weirdos. You are the best of us, and quite frankly, we appreciate you. So
I don't know what the hell's wrong with y'all to be coming over here just to watch a bunch of fucking degenerates like us talk to each other, talk shit, and tell each other to suck each other's dicks. But we love every single one of you for it. All right, now it's Ryan, everybody. Bye.
Go follow him on Rumble.
Finally.
Links in the chat.
Oh,
Let's get him up to like 6 or 7 followers. I think he's only at like 4.
yeah.
5 now.
He lost
Mike
a
is
couple.
getting some love in the chat.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not paying for it.
Chai loves the veterans.
Well, I will if somebody tosses $20 to you. And even if they don't, I'll still drink to it. So what the hell?
There you go. Here.
Much appreciated. All right, I got no way to make a smooth transition. But who has seen? I assume that everyone's probably seen the Squid Game, at least the actual show. Not even the show. Not the actual fictional show. You
Not
guys
a
haven't
single
seen it.
Second.
I didn't have Netflix up
I've been
until like
watching the show. I haven't
I didn't have
finished it.
Netflix until like a month ago.
Okay, who has
I
seen
haven't
it?
finished it.
Okay, so
And I'm talking
seen it,
about
but I
the
haven't
fictional
seen it.
show, not the game show that just came out. Mike, did you watch Squid Game? No, of course
You're
not.
talking about the movie
I'm the
or
only
or
fucking one. I
Netflix?
wanted to talk about this, and no one's even seen the fucking first show. Okay, all right. Well, this is gonna be a bad
maybe
conversation.
you gotta find something more interesting to talk about than fucking TV. Maybe
this
you
is
gotta-
this is what our Saturday show is about, motherfucker. We talk about the
Oh,
political
I'm
shit on
sorry.
Thursday on
I'm
fucking
sorry.
Knife Hands.
What day is today?
Saturday.
Oh, well, I thought we could talk shit like that.
I mean, we can. It's not a strict fucking script, but this is the fucking pop culture show.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
the political show.
You know, next thing you ought to do is start going through the help wanted pages and find out what old people are looking for work. And then you could go, anybody know any old people that need jobs? And no one will have a clue what you're talking about, because when you ask me about squids, it's the same thing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's not about squids.
I did think about being a Walmart greeter.
I think you could do that. I think you'd be very successful at that.
Yeah.
He'd be Walter,
Next thing
get
you
your
know,
shit and get out.
Yeah, but as soon as they start breaking through the doorways, they're going to find out that man's fucking armed.
So Tommy Walker's never even heard of Squid Game. Okay, well, I'm gonna break it down real quick. Squid Game is a South Korean TV show on Netflix that is how do you explain it? It starts off with like 450 people who are down on their luck and they're convinced to come and participate in this game that is going to earn them like it's going to be it ends up being like $450 something million. Of course, for them, it's like in won or some shit. And they all think that it's just an innocent game. The first game is, and all the games are like kids' games. The very first one is red light, green light, where in this 450 of them, all in this massive fucking room, and this big creepy fucking girl doll, giant fucking girl doll, like 3 stories high, turns her mechanical head around to say red light, green light. And in the very first second, when somebody gets caught and they move, all of a sudden they get shot dead. And every single game is like that. If you fail in the game, a simple fucking kids game, you die. And so it ends up building like there's all this fucking like you gotta like start like making friends in the game and everything. You've gotta fucking be strategic, but they always pull the rug out from under you as soon as you think you're doing something with a partner because this is your friend. Next thing you know, it's a reverse and you end up having to fucking kill that person. It is a good fucking show. Now the downside is it is South Korea, so it's fucking subtitled, but or with dub and yes, gal.
Well, that explains it. Ever since you cut me off from your Netflix subscription, I haven't been able to watch it. So, thank you.
I ever shared my Netflix with you? I
yeah.
can.
Yeah, you got to say that now because that's why they cut me off.
What were you gonna say, gal?
I prefer Alice in Borderlands.
I have no clue you're talking about.
Watch Alice in Borderlands. It's a better show.
Okay, but so what I want to talk about today is that they actually recreated Squid Game for a real life fucking reality show. And at first I thought I didn't even want to fucking watch it because I hate reality shows and especially game reality shows because it always seems so fucking fake. But holy fuck, dude, this is so damn good. Because just like in the fucking Squid Game reality, the fucking fictional show, they all end up creating these like teams and cliques and everything. And just when you think that there's going to be a game where they're going to really like try to, they're going to succeed because they created this incredible, awesome fucking team, it ends up coming out that it's a complete fucking 180, and it is exactly the opposite of what they thought it's going to be. If you could go ahead and play this trailer. We do have a couple shots that we gotta take. I see you, Death Dealer, over on the Rumble side. We will get to you here in a minute, buddy. Let's check this out.
Attention all players. It is now time for the next game.
My God.
Please
This is all like right from the fucking show.
What is this? Damn.
They recreated everything. Here's red light, green light.
Let the game begin.
I want to live.
And what's cool is they all have like these explosive like ink packs underneath their shirt that will like simulate getting shot when they die.
Give up this dream of life that keeps me alive.
Oh shit.
gotta be me.
All of this was recreated 100% from the show. It's so cool.
I'm gonna be your best friend, but I will absolutely double cross you.
You can't trust anybody in here. You must now pick 2 players to eliminate.
We're in Squid Games. Let's get real. Let's sink these ships.
We are a good team. You're the brightest light in here.
For somebody else.
People's true colors are starting to come out.
I gotta be free.
This is a $4.56 million game.
The money is so.
You have been eliminated.
All right. Well, Chai is not impressed. I don't know if anyone else is. I'm telling you, the biggest thing, though, is if you watch Squid Game, that's what really makes this even better. But I've heard people like Pat McAfee was talking about this. He never even watched the original show, and he fucking loved this.
I hope that's not the only judgment you have in your life. Pat McAfee, come on. That really did suck. You know, but everybody's entitled to have a show they like to watch. God knows. Barb watches Dateline or some shit. What's the other one where they're on an island and they fight with each other? You know, everybody's got their choices. But that show really sucks, and you really shouldn't advertise that as your choice in programming, because I've already lost a bit of respect for you. And there wasn't that much to start out with. You know, I've been working really hard to try to bring you along, and I think I'm not really being successful.
Well, it's a step up from Days of Our Lives.
Well, Sam, you're getting a little salty. I think you need a little mood booster. So how about you take a shot there, buddy? Because Avaru donated 5 gifted memberships.
All right, here we go, buddy.
And that is $25. So we are going to take a shot for that. But hold on, we got to play a video first. And so with that, let's go ahead and
Oh, we got the Jimmy. He was in his bag here. Between the legs.
Here we
has
go.
the pull up, shut down, smackdown.
This is no video.
cheers to you, Avaru. Thank you very much for that, buddy.
Absolutely, buddy.
All right, I do got another one I got to reload on. Okay, thoughts. Is anyone impressed by that? Did that appeal to anyone else?
No.
Everyone's entitled to their bad opinions.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already told you. I already told you my opinion.
I don't.
Yeah, you'd be better off telling us about your new video game that you short-come to me on, just so you could own.
Dude, Squid Game. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Squid Game is the most popular show that was ever aired on Netflix. So this is not just some fucking flash in the pants.
Yeah, it's super popular.
It's the most successful show on Netflix ever.
But the idea that
that's probably why I canceled my subscription.
The real
show. If they actually killed the participants, then I'd be a little bit interested.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I'm saying, I didn't think I was going to enjoy this because I hate these kind of games. I even hate fucking Survivor. But for one, like I said, it's if you're a fan of Squid Game, the fact they recreated exactly all the sets and everything is fucking great. But it's the suspense too, because like I said, there's so many times like there's a mother and son duo in there. And I'm not gonna get into it. Y'all don't fucking care. Nobody. Yeah, fuck y'all. I'm gonna take another shot. I'm taking another shot, y'all salty little bitches.
I honestly thought it made me chuckle a couple of times. I thought it looked kind of entertaining. I'm just not much into reality television shows.
I'm
so
not
it's like
either.
Not something that I'd go out of my way to watch, really. But like if you were like, hey, watch the first episode because I want to see what everybody actually thought about it. I'd be like, all right, I wouldn't go now. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that.
Dude, I'm not like this with many shows, but it was one of those things. Like, I had to keep on watching. I binged through it in no time, and I don't binge very many shows at all. And yeah,
Well,
what's also really cool?
I've been
What's also
watching
really cool? They actually did something different with this one. So like even on Friday Night Tights, like there's the big fucking blowout debate between Gary and fucking Jeremy one time over the binge model, versus yeah. I mean, well, this is one of the times over the binge model versus the weekly model. And what they did with this is they did it where I think it was either 3 or 4 episodes. So each week they dropped, I think, 3 episodes. So you can still binge through 3 hours worth of content, but you still had to wait. You can now talk about it for the rest of the week and then watch another 3 episodes next week. That was actually really fucking cool. I think
How
that's
about
really cool.
that nude show on HBO Max where they take all their clothes off and get undressed? You've seen that one, haven't you?
No, that was on Pornhub, buddy. Sorry.
No, it wasn't. I got that.
Max.
No.
It used to be on HBO Max.
You know what the
One
fun
of the
thing
things
about
that's
this
go ahead, Deb.
is this happens to Adam a lot, where he'll bring something up on here and he'll just be so sure that the enjoyment he gets out of it is everyone's opinion, and then it blows up into
Squid Games was such a popular show. I'm like, there's gonna be at least half the panel's gotta like this fucking show. If like
Adam,
the entire
did you
country
not
into this, like,
all the
god
time
dang.
I've been watching it.
Nailed that
I've been
one,
saying it
buddy.
for the longest. I've been watching it. You're so busy yelling, you didn't even tell that I was saying it.
Yeah, it's like he keeps digging, even the hole's getting deeper, and he ain't getting out of it. Huh, somebody's got to like this.
I need a shot. Death Dealer over on Rumble for $20. Thank you very much, Death Dealer, who earlier Death Dealer said that he hopped over here from ScrewTube. Was Death Dealer, was that your name on YouTube too, or who are you on YouTube, buddy? Let me know. While we wait for that, you get... Oh, wait. Wrong page. You get to punch Dermy in the dick.
Come on, Raster.
Here's to you, Death Dealer.
That's too cool. I like that.
Much appreciation. The devil made me do it for all these fucking videos, man. Love it.
Yeah, they are really good too. They are absolutely.
All right. Well, we're not going to hang on to this topic any longer.
No, I wouldn't. If I were you, I'd take up paint drying before this.
Oh, that's Death Dealer is Venom Blade. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Venom Blade, who is our Army veteran Cav Scout, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
All right. What's our next topic there, Jesse?
Well, I mean, honestly, I thought we were gonna last on Squid Game a little bit longer than that. So, like, I was kind of like,
That's like people. That's like your wife driving on a flat tire. I thought it would go further.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how this one ended up panning out, actually. So let me do my version of the shot real quick, and I'll find something.
Jesse,
Oh, wait,
have
I
you
got
seen,
so totally. Go ahead with your question.
Oh, I was just wondering if he'd seen Alice in Borderland, because it's a better version, in my opinion, of Squid Game. It's not a reality show.
Alice in Borderland.
I've heard about it, but no, I've never seen
That
it.
show is
It's another show based off an anime like you like.
right. It's a live action anime. I
Is it a
think
good
you
one?
should watch
Apparently
it,
it's a good
Adam,
one,
because
then.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd love to
I've heard
know your opinion on it if you
What's
like.
Alice in Borderland?
It sounds like a reality game show, I assume.
It's not a reality game show. It's
Yes, it
it's an anime. It's basically like a fantasy. It's kind of a twist on Alice in Wonderland, kind of. It's really
You know
hard
my
to
position on
explain.
anime.
When did it
It's
just
a
come
live action.
I'm not. It's a
Yeah.
live action.
version.
Oh, okay.
One
Okay.
Piece.
Well,
When
I
did
did
it
like
come
One
out?
Piece. Yes, I did like the live action
Like,
One Piece.
I want to know your opinion on it, because I love
Can
it.
anybody hear
I'll
me?
check it out.
Oh, we can hear you now, Lawrence. I heard you.
Okay, good. I don't know what was going on with my audio.
I'm gonna share. Okay, totally random. Devil, I don't know if you're keeping track and seeing if we have any memes or anything. But I want to play this. I was just proud of this. So Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. I can't remember if this is on Tuesday Night Main Event or Friday Night Tights. But I made this He made a little fucking he made a little comment on there, and I made this. Check this out.
Let's go ride Hagrid.
No.
No. I rode Hagrid 5 times
You're a
today.
wizard.
Let's
Go
go
back.
ride Hagrid.
That's fucking great.
No. I rode Hagrid 5 times
You're a
today.
wizard.
Let's go.
I just wanted to share it. Since they didn't share it on the show, I really wanted to share that. I was proud of that. I thought that was funny as fuck.
The only tweet you put out was on Vets Talking, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, we haven't had no memes. I was all, is there one I'm missing? Like, did we have it on another?
Usually I put out the tweets to advertise the shows on my Soldier Spirit account, but I gave Jesse over here access to be able to tweet with the official account, so now he's putting everything out over there now. Which I gotta go ahead and pay for the blue check on that too, here at some point.
That'd be helpful.
So.
That's always a good thing.
Mike, what's your commentary? I feel like there's something you just got to get off your chest.
You know, it's because I'm old. It's hard to sort out all the best things that I think are the most important things to talk about. But if I was going to pick out any particular thing, I still can't come up with it. It's like really troubling.
Well, since everybody likes to talk about Trump, I mean, Robert De Niro's pissed off at Apple about
Robert De Niro's pissed. What?
So Robert De Niro gave an anti-Trump tirade at his Gotham Award speech, and Apple's the one who,
Robert De Niro has an issue with Trump.
Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? But check this out, because Apple ain't playing that fucking game, and so. Robert De Niro rants about Apple editing out anti-Trump tirade from his Gotham Awards speech. I don't feel like thanking them at all for what they did. So during Monday night's Gotham Awards, Joker actor Robert De Niro took the opportunity to rant about Apple for editing part of his speech, proceeding to read the segment that had been cut out and going on an anti-Trump tirade anyway. The Meet the Parents actor claimed, "The beginning of my speech was edited and cut out. I didn't know about it, and I want to read it. Thank you. History isn't history anymore. Truth is not truth. Even facts are being replaced by alternative facts and driven by conspiracy theories and ugliness. In Florida, young students are taught that slaves develop skills which can be applied for their personal benefit. The fuck? The entertainment industry isn't immune to this festering disease," before smearing Western legend John Wayne. The Duke, John Wayne, famously said of Native Americans, "I don't feel we did wrong in taking this country away from them. They were a great group of people who needed new land, and the Indians were selfish trying to keep it for themselves," De Niro said before he shifted his attention to Trump. Lying has become just another tool in the charlatan's arsenal. The former president lied to us more than 30,000 times during his 4 years in office, and he's keeping up the pace with his current campaign of retribution. But after all his lies, I'm assuming this meant save his soul. He attacks the weak, destroys the, I'm not sure Robert De Niro even has a soul anymore, destroys the gifts of nature, shows disrespect, for example, by using Pocahontas as a slur. Stopping himself as he let the audience know the segment he had just read had been edited out of his speech. De Niro then proceeded to nag about Apple and the decision to cut out his nonsensical anti-Trump tirade, mockingly going over the rest of the speech and refusing to thank them for giving him a platform. So yeah, this isn't the first time he's done on this. In January of 2017, before Trump took office, he set a bad example of America for voting for him. So basically, this is one of those guys that 2016 broke his fucking brain, and he still got Trump derangement syndrome. But yeah, big liar, pants on fire. Trump made Robert De Niro cry like a baby, and Apple edited out his bullshit. So thought that was kind of funny.
One of the many who just got completely brain fucked over Trump.
You know,
I just thought it was funny.
He was a good actor, but the minute they lose perspective about why they are good and what they do, and think that somehow their opinion is more important than what they do, fucks everything up. Because why would anyone listen to, first off, anybody's endorsement or anybody else? Who cares what I think? But when an actor or somebody who has a platform uses it to like take political views, it's like you just wasted everything that people liked about you. it's not your opinion that we care about. It's your skills at giving us fantasies, portraying somebody that shows us that, holy shit, that was really good. But the minute they start to express their opinion, it's just how stupid you are.
Well, I mean, they're taking away our escapism.
Yes,
we watch movies, we watch TV, and we watch sports to escape from what is a terrible fucking reality in this country and this world right now. And they're fucking thrusting all the bullshit in our fucking face, even there where we're trying to escape from this.
And now we can't even like you because you just like ruined it.
Honestly, I'm all for shut up and dribble. I'm really kind of done with opinions from all these bitches. Like, shut the fuck up, do
I
your
mean,
job.
you know damn
I'm not
well we've
here.
all been done with this for fucking years now. I mean, at this
Like, I don't want to
point,
hear it from either side. Like, I don't care. Just do
True.
your job.
I know, and trust me, I obviously still I will giggle and smile when you hear a fucking the South Park. South Park had their 25-year anniversary, and there's a point in there where I can't remember what song they were singing, but one of them went down to a little girl who's obviously an actress. And said, "Did Joe Biden take your did Joe Biden take your job? Yeah, Joe Biden took my job. Did he take your job? Gee, Joe Biden took my job." And it got very fucking political. And even then, I was like, "Oh God, I wish you didn't do this. Your 25th anniversary, and I love that you guys are actually pretty fucking based right now." But at the same time, I'm like, I love seeing that celebrities will do that. But yeah, I agree with you though. Just leave the politics out of everything.
Well, yeah, it's funny when like one of them just says something that goes like, "Fuck Joe Biden," and leaves it at that. But he has carried his diatribe on, like to the point where it's like, you're an idiot. Who's the guy I was just talking about? The actor there. What was his name? I can't.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I really liked him in that. Now I don't even watch his movies. I don't want to watch him. Even if it's something I know he was good in, I went, fuck him. I don't want to watch him. He's an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, we're at that state now where I've said this multiple times on here that we just we're just expecting it from these people at this point. We expect that movies are going to suck, and we're all just giddy and happy if it just doesn't turn out to be a completely woke disaster. Which that is a low standard, man. That is a fucking low standard, but that's the world that we live in now. But like we were talking about earlier, as much as you're bashing on it, when we're sitting here talking about Disney and everything, we're showing and proving that I've said this before, the pendulum is swinging back in our direction. They are losing so much fucking money and is completely not sustainable. They cannot keep doing this anymore. The collapse is happening. And it's the same thing I can't remember which episode it was. What we were talking about, the comparison between how the entertainment realm is relative to reality and in politics. So the fact that woke entertainment is collapsing all around is very showing of the fact that the reality that our world is that the leftists are collapsing in our world politically and everything else. People are waking the fuck up. Like I was saying with the walk away movement. You look at there was a BLM. One of the founders of BLM. He says he's still active in some way there. Supports Trump.
I saw that.
I saw that
Trump.
too.
If that is not fucking mind-blowing and so showing of how the pendulum is swinging, I don't know what else I can tell you.
Well, here's a kind of, I don't know, question, rhetorical. I'm not really sure what it is, but as I was growing up, I listened to like my grandparents, my parents go, "Oh, it's not like the way it used to be," and I'm saying the same thing myself, and it worries me because when I was young, I dismissed it as what all of us always accepted as the common idea that oh, people always think that way. But what if they didn't used to not think that way at some place, and then they started to think that way, and we've just come to start thinking that the deterioration of society is normal and acceptable? Because ultimately what it will result in is we don't have the same country that was founded 200 plus years ago. It actually has gone by the wayside because we've slowly accepted the idea that everybody complaining was just old people complaining. And suddenly we've lost our country. We've lost the greatest innovative idea that ever existed in humanity. And it's gone because we let it slip away. It's like, that worries me, but I don't know that, it's like your one vote, your one voice or whatever, but I don't know. I know that is the problem. I just don't know how that can be fixed. And if I bring the whole thing down, I'm sorry, but that worries me because I see it going that way. When I was young and we had Vietnam, and when it was over, I thought, this will never happen again. My generation will not let this happen because we learned our lesson. Bullshit. We made the lesson worse and fucked it up even more than anybody could imagine. And now our grandkids are running around flying PLO flags or whatever their Gaza strip flags are called. But it just, how did this happen? I don't know, but it scares me. Sorry.
Isn't it funny that the kids these days argument used to be only older people, and now you have people there in their 20s saying kids these days, it's just gone so bad that it doesn't take a generation or two generations to finally see these changes as disturbing. Now it's one generation and we can go, whoa, what's up with this next batch coming up here? What's wrong with them? It's really
okay, so all right, so we were actually going to do this last week. We had these videos when you show about like generational and you look at how generations can be manipulated. Nothing is more showing than the videos that we were going to show last week from Palestine, where it was like 20 fucking years ago or so that there's a Palestinian TV station that was airing this kids show where people would dress up in these giant fucking outfits. One of them was Mickey Mouse. I mean, it was blatantly fucking Mickey Mouse, and even doing this fucking whatever language, I don't know, Arabic or whatever language they speak in.
Just interrupt
Palestine.
for a second, Adam. Just when you were deployed, did you see that kind of dopey shit? They had like the Arabic TV or whatever it was where they show camel races. Did you see that shit?
No, I never caught any of the Arabic TV out there. You saw some of that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, it was funny in some ways, but it wasn't. But it was
obviously it's all super
the
low
camel
budget.
races
No
were
skill.
the best.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt. But go ahead.
No, you're good, dude. Stop apologizing, by the way. Damn it. This show is made for kids, and it is so pure propaganda with like these kids elements to be happy and like appealing. Oh, look at the big funny character, but guess what? The big funny character just got killed by Israelis, and you must now avenge them, and you need to sacrifice in a jihad to avenge the fucking Mickey Mouse character. It's sickening, but at the same time, we were gonna play it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it again sometime.
I've seen some of those, so yeah.
It's hilariously bad. But the point is that was done 20 fucking years ago. So guess what? Those kids who watched that, those are the ones who fucking attacked Israel in October.
But they're still doing it now.
And they're still doing it now. My point is, though, the kids who watched that, who grew up with a fucking Mickey Mouse character telling them, avenge me because his bad Israelis, evil Jews, fucking killed me and did all this bad stuff are now the ones who are out there in a murderous fucking rage against Israel right now. That my point is that an entire fucking generation was grown up, and obviously it's not just that generation. Multiple fucking generations are grown up with propaganda and fucking lies in their head. And I'm not saying Israel's fucking perfect either. However, there are examples, at least on Louder Crowded, that are showing like things where there's kids Israel shows where like the kids try to make friends with kids from Palestine. So I mean that's a big contrast there. But yeah, I mean that's the same thing generationally. We have kids here in America who are growing up with fucking propaganda. I've told a story before where I remember watching I think the show All That on SNICK, Saturday Night Nickelodeon, where there's one of the characters there would dress up as fuck, I can't remember what the Republican's name is now. He was running for fucking president, and she would always show up in a fucking outfit, look like holding up big money bags and like making Republicans just look like evil fucking rich people who are trying to kill, trying to hurt everyone else. And when you watch everything now, you watch all the cartoons now, it's all propaganda against the right to make Republicans look bad. And I'm not saying Republicans are great. The Republican Party sucks a big fucking dick. However, the point is that it's all leftist fucking propaganda now.
Nope, no doubt about it. No.
Well, that's one of the other things too. And Mike, you got a
Ross
comment
Perot, Cloud,
here.
yes, Ross Perot. Thank you very much. You got it.
Says this is one of the ones from the younger generations. We've not accepted it. We have not lost our country. We will save her, Mr. Mike.
Absolutely.
So you better start with New York.
Yeah.
I read a news article a few months ago that apparently a CCP boss opened up private schools over there. So you got the Chinese government basically teaching our kids.
Anybody
I think they've been doing that all over the country, setting up their private police stations, their private funded labs, their private schools.
The CCP is full on fucking infiltrating this country, dude. Full on fucking infiltration.
I really wish that our government would stand up to them. Say you can't hold any property here in America. You can't do schools. You can't just.
The problem is we've got too many people who are being paid off and fucking blackmailed by them.
Yep.
That's the problem.
So, you know what scares me, and it really does. I mean, it's just one of those things that when I was a kid growing up and I learned about the Holocaust and had to learn all of the history that went on and what all of it was about, both sides of it, not just like what the Holocaust was, but how Germany became the way it was. Because when I was a kid in school, they said we would never be like that. And I always believed that was true. But I kept watching all that stuff. And now as I get older and I start to realize that I am in a place now where I'm not totally in that place, because I'm certainly in a better place than like the Jews were in Germany in that whole time frame. But you get old and you realize that you can't really put up a good fight anymore. And you think, I really do want to fight, but this stuff just happens. It grows and grows, and you realize you lose control and you no longer have the power to fight back. You just can't do it. And I worry that that's where our country is going, that we're getting to a place where we don't have the ability to resist the government. It's gotten so big. I mean, our founding fathers never expected our country to be as, not a country, but our government to be as large. All the departments that we've got, most of them are totally useless, just sucking the money out of our country could be the wealthiest place in the world if it wasn't for the government. I just worry. I mean, I don't worry. I'm too old to worry about shit anymore. But I see that's where we're going, that it is slipping away slightly ever day by day. And everybody thinks they're still fighting, but we're losing it. It's going away. I don't want to be that, like, sounding the defeat of the country, because I don't want to believe that. I hate to think that it's all my fault, my generation's fault, that we caused this. And I don't think it's a generational thing.
It's not a generational thing. It's a rigged process. Normally, I mean, look at how rigged it is. Until like just not that long ago, we couldn't even talk about how the election was rigged. They've been rigging the fucking elections for a long damn time. They rigged the fucking 2020 election. That's the only reason why Biden is the president now. It's the only reason why things are as bad as it is right now. But here's the thing, is that they cannot rig it enough to fucking overwhelm the next election. I guarantee, I'm very fucking confident that there is enough fucking there's enough fucking confidence on our side, and there's enough hatred on the other side, that there's no rigging in place. They can do it to fucking win this next election. It's not gonna fucking happen. So,
is that a common opinion? I mean,
it's a very growing opinion. It's a very growing opinion. I'll say that. It's obviously not everyone agrees, but it's very growing. What were you gonna say, Devil?
It depends. The fact is, I'm gonna refer to it election. Let's just say party. We'll just say it's a party. There's no way they could have won the party last time if the Republicans didn't help them. They hated Trump as much as the Democrats. They
agree with you.
Yeah. So when the cheat happened, it was the Republicans who stood by and let it happen because they wanted to get rid of him as much as the Democrats. This time it depends, because if it's Trump, are they gonna listen to their constituents who want Trump, or are they gonna pull the same thing and go, okay, you do what you want to win the party, and we'll just turn our back?
You nailed it. You nailed my concern, my worry. Like, I feel that truly. So, what's everybody else's opinion?
Well, real quick though. Here's the thing: is that, like I was talking about, like with the BLM leader, and I see you guys in chat, Death Dealer and you, Green Hair, that you don't really trust that much. There was a video. I can't remember where this came from, but there was a group of black individuals that was led by a senator. I think it's a state senator somewhere. I think it's actually in Chicago of all places, where they all came together and said, "Look, we're sick and tired of you guys putting more focus on this immigration thing, on all these immigrants, and giving all the priority to them, while we have black Americans here who are struggling." Dude, the fucking black people in this country, and I love, the guy even said, like, we are not African Americans. We are not he went through a whole list. We are black Americans, and we are Americans, and we deserve to be prioritized over these illegal immigrants coming into this country. Dude, the fucking illegal immigration thing that they've been pushing is fucking backfiring. The black community is fucking turning up in droves against this leftist fucking agenda and against fucking Biden. If he loses the black vote, Trump does not have to have the majority of the black vote. He can win 20% and he can win this fucking election. And he's getting it right now. The black people are pissed. I can understand skepticism about a BLM thing, but if this BLM guy is looking at it because they're prioritizing illegal immigrants over the black community, that's a reason why even BLM will say big fucking double barrel middle finger to you, Biden.
That's right, my nigga. I mean, Adam.
By the way, Larry is black, everybody. So what's up?
What's
legal.
up, man? So, hi, Twitter.
Yeah. Nah, dude, it's turning, man. The fucking all these minorities, with the whole fucking Latinx thing, that was a big fucking flop for the leftists. Latinos and Latinas, they don't fucking go for that shit, man. That's their fucking culture. Don't go trying to say they have to use neutral fucking pronouns and fucking gender neutral pronouns and shit. No, dude, they mad fucking failure on their part, dude.
Speak on me, Hefe.
Yeah.
It's encouraging. I'm happy to hear that kind of stuff because it scares me. I really do that. I always thought that my generation would change it, and they've made it worse. And I feel bad because it's like, how could you be so stupid? Everything we argued, all the stuff they talk about when I was growing up, like the 60s, like riots and all that shit. I always felt that it was meant to like make government more accountable. And then it didn't turn out like that at all. So, yeah. And, now Kissinger died. Like, we're all supposed to feel bad about that.
No, we're not.
No.
China says, right, Mr. Mike, if you ever feel despair, remember these words: iron, grit, faith. God will save our nation. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Chai. There's some positivity right there.
I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you're gonna get canceled just like fucking Jimmy Kimmel for calling her buddy.
I'm sorry. I wasn't really paying attention.
Buddy my entire
I just thought everybody that was your friend could be your buddy. I didn't know.
No, did you see that? Did you see that, Mike? Fucking Jimmy Kimmel had a trans actress, a male to female trans person on show, called him Bud, and
I had to watch it three. Yeah, I had to replay it 3 times before I caught that, and I'm going, who the fuck sits around watching this shit that picks up on stupid shit like that?
A bunch of fucking leftists.
Calls everyone that.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch him often. I don't watch him at all anymore. But I remember him saying that frequently enough to where he calls everyone that. It's such a
but you do it to a protected class like the fucking trans community, and good Lord, you are done. I would not be surprised if he loses his show in the next month. I would not be surprised at all over that.
They even got mad at the trans actor because she came out and said, I have no problem with it. I'm cool with it. And they went, oh, you should have a problem with it because even though you don't care, other trans people do. And
so now she's getting backlash?
Yeah.
Well, that's how it always
that's fucking
goes.
great.
That's all.
That's fucking great.
You're only a protected class as long as you agree with the agenda.
That's right. Blair White is fucking. They cancel the shit out of Blair fucking White only because she doesn't play along with the fucking agenda, even though that is a fucking trans person. The most fucking successful trans person out there, by the way, because no one can tell that was a fucking dude.
Yep.
Even when she's wearing a fucking bikini like that, people are going, oh, that's a hot chick. No, that's a fucking dude with a dick tucked under her fucking legs.
Yep.
She get that at Target? You get that at Target? It's hard for me to remember how I'm supposed to. Yeah.
That's amazing that they're tripling down. What is it recently that Target did? They didn't they hire like some new fucking
Black Santa?
A disabled black
oh yeah,
Santa.
wheelchair Santa.
LGBTQ.
I want to get one of those because I just think it's so funny to have a wheelchair Santa.
Yeah, wheelchair black Santa.
I mean, I have no idea. Why would somebody think that you had to put a black person in a wheelchair to make the rest of us think, what? Wheelchair Santa? Black? Why? I don't understand that. That's just, I don't get it. Why does it have to be black in a wheelchair?
Intersectionality.
I bet all the elves were pissed when they had to put ramps all around Christmas.
All around the workshop.
Yeah, to come compliant.
Oh,
Matt is correct. Yeah, they don't carry tucking underwear for adults. It's only for the kids. This is true. Yeah,
this is actually
it's only in the children's section.
He looked.
Mad knows.
Well,
he went there again, and he was very disappointed. He was not able to stock up.
Well, I got news for him. As you get really older, that underwear, aside that it won't fit because you got really fat, would still accommodate the no look.
So
you don't even have to tuck it. It's not even need to be tucked anymore.
Kendon, no, it yeah, I believe that it is official that no, Blair has not committed to the bottom surgery. She
too many health problems that go along with it.
She's still swinging the sausage there.
Like 10 different bottles and shit. And it's an axe wound for life. It's an open wound for life.
Yeah. And yeah. I mean, no bullshit though. That fucking bikini pic is like very convincing. She really does manage to pull it off. It's disturbing as fuck, but it's very convincing.
Only to really drunken guys. Most everybody else
to
could
those who
figure
don't
it out
know,
before.
to those who don't know, because like Tom McDonald's song "Snowflake" has Blair White in there in a fucking tight black leather fucking pant thing, dancing around. And I shared the video with a friend as like an introduction to Tom McDonald, 'cause I thought he would like that song, and he digged it. And I'm like, hey, what do you think about that chick? Oh man, she's hot. She got a nice ass. Like. That's a dude. That's a dude.
It was only after the 8th hour that Adam realized what he was staring at.
Oh, come
Matt
on.
was like, I was buying them for a friend. So has anybody else seen this lady ball? Because this was like a perfect transition into this. Because I was thinking about watching this because you guys were bringing all this Blair White shit up and everything else, and I was like, have you guys seen this trailer for Lady Ballers yet?
No.
Oh, okay, so this is daily. Yeah. This is the Daily Wire's new comedy, and it is obviously a spoof on all of the craziness going on in women's sports right now, and this shit is hilarious. And keep an eye out for celebrity faces that you may know.
Okay.
In a world where women's sports is being transformed.
Oh, I spotted her.
The Daily Wire.
The swimmer
calls foul.
Yeah, the swimmer.
With the most triggering comedy of the year.
Toe slam.
Guys, this is serious. Sports can be your pathway to a better life.
Well, like yours?
Please don't steal my catalytic converter again. Winning matters. It's the key ingredient in becoming a winner.
Maybe you should try it sometime. Are you gonna move?
I am not.
Let's cut to the chase. I know you're not a woman.
Hey, you don't know how he identifies.
If you can beat them.
What do you know about the U.S. Opens for the Global Games?
You want us to compete as women. $5,000 prize.
My lover says you were a great coach back in the day.
Xwing.
This is the way the world is now. My 8-year-old daughter told me all about it. So a guy can become a girl with no physical changes at all.
Oh, that's called gender fluid.
So I can be a woman on the court and a man in the bedroom. I can't believe it. Nice.
You mean when you're sleeping?
Yes. Coach. Alex. We could play basketball.
We'd have to get the whole team back together. It's time.
We're in. I'm in. I'm in.
To play.
Lady Ballers. Line up.
Like a girl.
That's right. I'm with her. I'm in my truth. This is my truth.
This is my truth.
Day one of being a girl athlete. I love being a girl.
To sheroes.
We could dominate every woman's sport. Running, swimming, soccer. I said sport, Felix. It's ladies basketball, boys. Nobody watches. Excuse me. Are these seats open?
Hey, what's up?
Never mind.
Getting dunks. And tucking trunks.
No, she didn't.
That's the biggest I've ever seen on a lady.
Lady Ballers.
One can even be trans age now. It provides Sheelix with a wonderful opportunity to relive all the experiences that she missed out on in school.
Streaming exclusively on Air Plus December 1st.
Oh my god, that's great.
Who the fuck put that up? I gotta know who put that up. That's
Daily
the most
Wire.
hilarious fucking
Daily
thing I've
Wire.
ever.
Daily Wire.
But here's the thing: that looks like a Babylon
who
B.
on this-
That looks like a Babylon B sketch, but it's an actual movie. I can't wait to see this.
It
put
just
this up
premiered
on
last
this?
night on Daily Wire last night. So it's
Oh
on
my
Daily Wire
god, that's the
right now.
funniest.
Oh, that's so
I figured
great.
you guys would like that.
Oh well, thank you for getting that, dude. That is fucking phenomenal.
God, I watched too many serious, like 20 Mules and Police State and
All this dark shit. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this one.
Oh my.
So Adam, who put this up? I mean,
Daily Wire.
No,
Daily Wire.
who on this?
Oh, Jesse.
link?
I did. Yeah, I was showing this
fuck.
off.
I tip my hat for you finding this one. This one.
Aberus says it's already available on the high seas. Well, if it's up on the high seas,
yeah.
which Mike, I'll
Daily Wire
translate that for you
streamed
later.
it.
But yeah, because it's available on Daily Wire right now is what he's saying.
Yeah,
so
yeah, well,
come on,
because-
give them some money. Yeah.
This one is
If
this
kind of stuff coming out from our side, like, come on, dude, this is like a good donation, you know, fucking the Joe Biden thing.
I fucking love that.
This is way better than donating. This is better than donating to a Republican Party candidate.
Oh yeah,
right.
Well, that's the thing. Doing that actually is supporting culture. You are funding the culture you want to see, and that is so important. That is such a huge thing right now because that we want to bitch about all the bad stuff that's going on out there, but we have to support the good stuff that's actually trying to fight against and give us the kind of stuff that we've done. Because this is a movie that should have been made a long time ago.
Yeah,
it's just Daily Wire and Ben. They're the only ones with the balls to do it.
If you want to yo ho ho and sail the high seas, do that with fucking Disney. But yeah, come on, shift your money over and put some money up for Daily Wire for making this.
I have to leave. I have to get to work. But
all right, you fucker. You got to get to work, so I assume that means that you're already late.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, I've got my excuse all set up anyway. So
I salute.
You're gonna say I'm black and you can't persecute.
Yeah. Well, of course I am. I'm going to be in the next Daily Wire movie. So thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I will definitely be here next week. Gala, it's great to have you back. Old man Mike, it's nice to finally meet you. Common Nerd, wherever you went. Everybody. Hey, much love, my brother. Thanks for the warm welcome. Big Rob.
Anytime.
Stay away from my wife. Yeah. Devil, I'll see you soon. Adam, see you, man. Thank you, guys.
See you later, Larry. Take care, buddy. Larry, buddy.
To see you, brother.
Oh, look, I got up from the bottom slat where all the shit runs down.
That's right. Well, that's how you start out. You start out your first stream. You always start out on the bottom.
Well, yeah, you get. That's the way it works. Can't expect to get at the top. It's Adam's show, so he can't expect to be there.
I have given all control over to Jesse. He is my producer now, and anytime I try to do anything, he fucking slaps me over the head and says, "You run the show. I produce, motherfucker." Okay, my bad.
I got the
my
rest
bad.
Of this.
Well, he needs to.
I'm paying the guy to yell at me. I'm like, okay,
he needs to reinforce. He's not slapping hard enough because you got to get way better.
But I thought that Lady Ballers thing was funny as shit. Like, that's the kind of stuff we need right now. And God bless them. The Daily Wire was like, because this is a completely separate company. They spent $100 million setting up a completely new separate entity that's their entertainment arm and their kids arm and all of that kind of stuff. And it's just all streamed on the Daily Wire or through their services. But even like their children's content with Vent Key, you can get that as a completely separate subscription from Daily Wire. You don't even have to get the Daily Wire one to just get the Vent Key if you just want the kids stuff. And they're putting out weekly kids content every Saturday morning. They are bringing back Saturday morning cartoons. So it's really, really neat what they're doing. I'm impressed.
Yeah, between them and Angel Studios, who are the ones who did The Sound of Freedom, they've got that fucking multiverse movie that's out that I really want to check out. It looks a whole lot better than any of this other fucking multiverse bullshit that's been coming out, fucking comic book shit. But yeah, I mean, this is the parallel economy that Dan Bongino talks about all the time. We've got an entire, and I had a disagreement with somebody. I can't remember where it was, but somebody was like, because I was talking about how the left controls everything in our fucking lives.
They do.
And yeah, they absolutely do. And I was talking about how there's this separation now where right wing, we're creating a parallel society here that can compete against this leftist control system. And this person argued with me that that's tribalism. That we can't be tribalist. We can't go into tribalism now to try to fight this. So like, where in the fuck does this
tribalism now?
How
That's what they've done.
When you have a group that controls every fucking aspect of your life, how is it tribalistic? I don't even know if that's actually a word, tribalistic, to fucking want to actually have a separation from this one fucking group that controls everything.
Yeah.
So go back, Adam. When I was growing up, the common description of why Russia was the way they were, and that's probably the best example, is Pravda. And their news only reported what the government, and they would show, like when Khrushchev was giving his speech, and they'd all stand up and they go, and we go, oh, that's all Pravda. We have that same thing right now. That is our Congress. When the president is giving a State of the Union speech, they all stand up and they do. It's like we have gotten to where we all thought we would never go. And when I was a kid growing up and we were learning about all the things that went on in World War II and Nazi Germany and communist Russia, we were always taught that that could never happen here because we are a free people. We didn't know then what I know now, that the press can change all that in a heartbeat. And you can become exactly what we thought we were fighting against that we are now. We are that now.
The nice part is we have a tool now that has changed absolutely everything. And that's called the information superhighway. That's the internet, right? We have that has given us a new tool to fight back that we have never had in generations past. That's why the Daily Wire is part of that parallel economy that now is existing and thriving. That's why Eric July with the Rippaverse, millions of dollars he's made off of 3 comic books, has made more money off of one book than DC and Marvel have made off a single issue combined, probably over the last 5 years. He did it with one comic book. Okay, you've got the freaking independent movies out there, like you talked about. Sound of Freedom was distributed by Angel Studios. We've got Nefarious, was made completely by private funding, by private studios that did in Oklahoma. Those directors are now in Dallas, Texas, making more movies, working on more projects. There is such a major difference now. Same thing with the information. You're talking about the news media. Now we've got parallels to that. If you don't like Daily Wire, there's The Blaze. If you don't like The Blaze, there's Steven Crowder. You've got all of these other separate news revisions. Look at, Substack. Substack is huge. It's all internet based. It's all of these honest reporters that decided to get the hell out of the mainstream and go and do their own thing. They're all flourishing. They're all thriving. And the best part is they're finding out that they make more money in the independent sphere than they ever did working for these big corporations. That's something Chuck Dixon talks about all the time. Would you ever go back to DC or Marvel? He's like, they can't afford me. I make more money working for Eric than I ever made working for DC or Marvel. And guess what? He pays on time. I don't have to fight him for my paycheck. And like we're at a turning point now where the pendulum is swinging back. When Rippa's campaign first crossed $1 million, I said we've won. History just has to catch up, because with a force like that, you can't stop it because he's completely independent. The Daily Wire is completely independent. The Blaze is completely independent.
Tom McDonald, another example. Tom McDonald, completely independent.
The only way you could shut us down is if you shut down the internet. And they cannot do that.
Dude, so Mike, if you're not familiar, so this is issue number 2 of ISOM, Eric July. So Eric July is a black man, and he wrote this comic book. This is issue number 2. I've got issue number 1 up there, and he made $1 million in the first day, didn't he? In the campaign.
ISOM number 1, he crossed $1 million in 24 hours.
In 24 fucking hours.
3 days.
Like Jesse was saying, Marvel and DC comic books are collapsing. They wish to God they could do anything close to what Eric July did in this completely independent book right here, that's made by a black man with a black character, and there's no political agenda in here whatsoever, and yet still he is bashed as being some this is being bashed as being some sort of a right-wing extremist, racist, all this fucking bullshit. It is a black man who made this of a black character, and there's actually no political agenda in this whatsoever, and it is fucking succeeding to the point where they just had a fucking what do you call it, a branched story. There's
Alpha
a whole
Core,
story.
yeah. It's so
Alpha
there's a
Core.
whole it's a whole new set of main characters in a new story arc, right? So you've got Isom is the first character, and he's got his current arc that will be completed in the third book. But now you have the Alpha Core book that is currently launching and starts shipping on Monday. So if you haven't got your orders in, get them in. Come on, Rumble, pay me for the love of God.
Ripaverse.com.
Yep, Ripaverse.com, and then Alpha Core is the new one that's launching right now. And then at the end of somewhere towards the end of December, we're going to have Yaira, which is going to be the third book series that is going to be launching now. And then in the spring, we have another one that's going to be launching. That's going to be a fourth character's entire books. So we will literally have 4 different character story arcs going by spring of 24. 4 completely separate runs that will all be going simultaneously. There's going to be a point probably middle of next summer, I would imagine. We are literally probably going to be getting a new book every month, if not at least every 2 to 3 months.
Mike,
That's if
you want any more element of hope that things are starting to swing our way, it's the success of this fucking comic book here.
No, I'm like just smiling listening to this. And I want to believe that this is the way it will go, because no one would ever want to think that if we're down the river, there's no hope. I don't want to think that. And I'm like totally enthused to listen to like all the stuff that you guys are saying are out there, because there couldn't be anything more, I don't know, satisfying in my life than to find that all the stupid shit I have to listen to around here is just that stupid shit around here, but not in most other places. And that we are going to have, as a conservative, I don't want people to think that we don't have the ability to allow other people to have their freedoms and their rights. And that's one of the things that have been kind of swept away in a sense, that people think that like right wingers don't want to have Democrats. That's all bullshit. So trying not to get too stupid. It's just, I'm grateful that you guys still have the energy to believe that this can be fixed.
Well,
I really want it to be fixed.
When you're stuck in the mountains of leftist ultra blue mini fucking California, Vermont, surrounded by a bunch of fucking libtards who don't know fucking shit, I don't blame you at all for being black pilled like a motherfucker and having no faith in humanity anymore. But yeah, for the rest of us.
Black pilled. I had not heard that before. Black pilled. I like that.
Black pilled means that you're just like as
I know what
like,
that means. I knew it right away.
You understand? Yeah, I'm not gonna scratch it.
I knew it right away.
But it's one of those things. It's like, that's the thing is those people don't even know that there's alternatives out there either too. I guarantee you there isn't a single one of those people that know a thing about Isom. The only thing they know about Sound and Freedom it was some QAnon.
I know that. You're right.
theory.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. Even I don't know it, and I want to know it, and they don't. So
no, they don't. And that's the other thing too. It's like the mainstream publications, like there's a website out there. There's a publication called comicbookresources.com. They have never once mentioned the most successful independent creator in comic books ever in history that has crossed $1 million of campaigns. But they'll write about somebody else's $200,000 independent campaign, but won't even say a word about Ripa. Won't say a fucking word about it. And that's how you know it's really getting under their skin, because if they thought they could attack him and actually be successful, they would be writing hit piece after hit piece. But they know it won't do a damn bit of good, so they're just going to try to ignore us, hoping we're going to go away. And that ain't happening.
I don't want it to go away.
No, it's not. We are building our own we are building our own digital Gulch. You know, if anybody's ever read Atlas Shrugged, we are building our own digital Gulch. And for anybody that hasn't read Atlas Shrugged, Gulch, where it was when all of the people that actually kept the world running, kept Western civilization, the guys of industry, the guys of banking, the judges that were actually fair, that actually uphold the law and understood the Constitution. Spoiler alert for a book that's like 50 years old that you should definitely still go and read. But at the end,
it's hard reading. It
really
is
a little bit.
Hard.
I suggest the audiobook. The audiobook's much easier. But it's one of those things where they all
That's
walk
your
away.
generation.
Yeah, I know. But they all walk. There's some movies too. They're not very good, but they at least tell the story properly. But they all walk away and they go to this place called Gulch, and it's completely hidden from the rest of the world. They build like their own little utopia down there, and they just wait for the rest of the world to burn themselves out. And once they do, they go, okay, now it's time for us to go in and rebuild, because we know enough of the common people will listen to us. It was all the politicians and all the corrupt business and bankers and all that kind of stuff. They need to burn themselves out. They need to lose everything. And what we've done now is we built an internet version of that with Rumble, with Odyssey, with Twitter, with Fund My Comic for the independent comic sphere, for the people that don't have $100,000 to build their own website like Ripa did. We've got all of these alternative paths now to where you don't have to go to the mainstream for shit anymore. And that's what drives them insane, because they know they will lose, because they are dying. We're hiring more people as they're laying people off left and right. Eric just hired on the Saska sisters and the artist for the Yaira book permanently, because he's made so much money now, where you have Disney in the last year laid off 12,000 employees, you know? So you see two different ideologies, you see two different systems going in the completely opposite direction. And it's
what you say, Devil?
One, right now Biden is trying to push past a bill that will give them a lot of control over the internet. We're gonna have to.
He's trying to push a regulation.
Yeah,
it's the net neutral. It's the net neutrality.
That's already done and passed, man.
But it still has to go through Congress, doesn't it? Doesn't it have to?
Oh, it already went through Congress.
They fight in court, and they didn't.
That's
because we beat net neutrality once.
I
thought the FCC was trying to backdoor.
Republicans all signed on for it.
Then it has to go to the court. That's the only way we're going to get it pushed down. Then otherwise, they will get a lot of control, and we're
essentially what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do is go that you can't charge more for faster internet. Which what that's going to do is stagnate any new growth of internet or fiber optic cables.
Well,
and stuff
it's not just that. It's they have a lot of stuff on the back end. They poised it under fairness. Oh, we're trying to make sure everyone has access to the internet, but there's a lot of stuff that gives them control on the back end.
So in order to establish this fairness, they need to be able to monitor basically everything behind the system. In order to determine that you're giving the right speeds, they need access to everybody's data, and they need access to everybody's emails. They need access to I just read it the other day. Like they need full, complete access to ensure that they can adequately
spy on you.
Yeah.
Well, just provide fairness. In order to provide fairness across the internet, the only way they can make sure or ensure that they're giving fairness is if they have control. The backdoor access to all the data. That's the scary part. And in the House, the upsetting part is that the conservative side of the House
they're all for it.
They just let it go right on through them.
Republicans are pieces of shit. They're no better than the Democrats at this point. The Republican Party, they're lost.
I wouldn't go as far as to say they're not as. I mean, there's still better. Here's the thing. Like what Bongino says is that is the Republican Party the solution to your problems? No, but the Democrats are absolutely the cause.
Well, I'm not saying don't vote Republican. I'm just saying don't see them as your saviors. They're not.
No.
Yeah,
You're your own
They
savior.
are
Outside of
our
Jesus Christ, you're your
fucking
own
tool. The fucking Republicans, they are our fucking tools. We vote them
they are
in. We will
tools.
not
They're
praise
very
them. We
big
will make
tools.
sure they fucking work, or we will fire them.
The second thing is talking about other alternatives. Epic Mike was on the meme stream this week, and he gave us a look at some back end stuff on Epicverse. A little sneak peek. It was fucking awesome looking.
Nice.
I'm super excited for the Epicverse.
Yeah.
What
So
Mike
just like Rippaverse with the comic books, you got this Epic Mike and his team. They're making video content that's going to be independent.
They're going to start out with short films and work their way up to full-length movies, but they're starting out with a bunch of short films right now.
Yeah. It's a bunch of nerd stuff, but yeah.
Well, no, they're doing like one of them's like a sci-fi, another one's like a western. So they're doing a bunch of different stuff.
Oh, it's a mix. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing a bunch of different
What
stuff.
are you gonna say, Mike?
They're not just doing like superheroes and stuff. No.
It scares me sometimes to express my opinion when I know I've been drinking.
Mike, that's when people love you the most, buddy.
Well, I've been listening to this, and because my age, where I was born, what I grew up with, all the shit that I learned over time, I'm listening to this and I'm starting to think this is more akin to like the underground stuff that fought against, and I hate to use like the example of Nazi Germany or communists, because everybody goes, oh yeah, we're going back to that shit, but well, you could like try to blow it off of that stupid talk, but it's true, because there are people that want to control you, and if you don't find a way to resist, and I'm listening to this and I'm thinking there's actually resistance going on here, and the way they all fell in the past was with resistance, and the resistance always was based on like the right things. Like I hate, the easiest way to describe stuff is with Christian Judeo teachings and all that stuff, but I don't think a lot of people think like that anymore. They've learned just what's right and what's wrong, and they don't really know how to associate that with stuff that I grew up with, but they do know what's right and wrong. And I'm excuse me if I'm getting stupid, but I believe that this is what I'm seeing now, that people realize what's right and what's wrong, and they're fighting against it.
Well, I believe the only issue with your statement right there to answer Chai's question is that you didn't have enough F-bombs in there. Yes, Chai, actually, it is mandatory. You must drop the F-bomb. Every sentence must have one F-bomb per sentence. That is a military fucking requirement.
Well, fuck me for being that fucking stupid.
Well, fuck.
That's funny as shit. But no, I mean, you're right. That's kind of what it's become. That's what this parallel economy is. It's that underground. We are the new punk rock, right? That's what it is. We are the new quote unquote revolutionaries. We're the ones pushing back against the man, because the man has now been taken over by a bunch of lefty communists. And so it's like any of us that believe in free speech or freedom, we're literally the revolutionaries. We took the place of the guys that we took the place of the hippies in the 60s and like all the punk rock guys in the 70s and 80s. It's like, now it's like the guys just going, hey, we like guns, booze, and being able to say whatever the fuck we want. Yeah. We're punk rock, bitch. The rest of you bitches decided to become the man. Like Rage Against the Machine literally became Rage for the Machine.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, they're fighting. You can't make any kind of a fucking joke nowadays because jokes will offend people. The left has no humor whatsoever. They are miserable fucking people. The only ones clinging onto are the ones who just mind fucking fucked more than anyone else, and they're stuck in it. They can't break out of the fucking matrix. They will never be able to take that fucking red pill and break away from it. Everyone else who has at least an inkling of common fucking sense is walking the fuck away. They're looking at this shit and saying, you guys are fucked up. I don't agree with these motherfuckers over here to the right of me, but they have got a whole lot more common sense than you stupid motherfuckers. And yeah.
I mean, think about J.K. Rowling.
They're switching.
Think about J.K. Rowling, somebody we all disagree with on 99.9% of her stances. But she took one stance on the opposite side, and they've ostracized her for it. Once, fortunately enough, she's like Elon Musk. She's got fuck you money, but they've turned who could have been one of their greatest allies because she is so rich into one of her greatest enemies. And now she's literally funding, quote unquote, the opposition to all of this, all of the woke nonsense over there in Europe and Ireland and all of those kind of places. Like, it's funny as shit. They have turned who could have been their greatest resources into their greatest enemies because they couldn't agree to disagree on a few simple things, where we can agree to disagree on 99.9% of things. But if you're willing to fight with me on this one thing, I'll stand arm in arm with you to fight for this one thing. And then once that's done, we can go back to arguing about everything else.
Yep.
So
I want to answer. Okay, so Chai is really curious about this cussing in the military thing. Here's the thing. Okay, basic training AIT is fucking pussy ass shit. Yeah. I was really upset going through basic training at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, home of the artillery. I wasn't artillery, but I went through there and I was like, man, I actually regret this. I wish I'd joined the Marines because this feels weak as fuck. When I got to my unit, 74th Loyalist Detachment, 173rd Airborne Brigade, that was a fucking wake-up call. There is no fucking restriction there. You go out into the fucking woods, you can have a sergeant actually kick your fucking ass with wall-to-wall fucking counseling, and what happens in the woods stays in the woods. And I didn't get my ass kicked, but I actually had a fucking sergeant tackle me because I was being a dipshit, and he really wanted to kick my fucking ass. He restrained himself. But I almost got my fucking ass kicked. And for the first 2 weeks as a cherry fucking private, I thought my name was Fuckface. They will cuss at you. But it depends on the unit, though.
It depends on the unit. It depends on the branch. It depends on the job you get, too. Because if you end up with an office job, them pukes act completely different than people out in the field or people out in an aircraft maintenance hangar or anything like that. And the Air Force is different, too. The Air Force is obviously a lighter on a lot of that kind of stuff because you're more technical. You're doing more technical training in a field like that. So there's not a bunch of that grim stuff. I mean, the mechanics get fucking nasty and we get raunchy as shit. But like, there's not the kind of like physical stuff that you see in a lot of the other branches because it just depends on what your branch and what your service is trying to do. You know, Air Force doesn't get trained in physical arms combat in basic training. You know, it's not something they expect us to ever do. You know, like if that's a specialty that we're going to need later, like if we're going into a job that requires that, they'll send us to a school like that. But Air Force is very much different when it comes to that kind of stuff too.
If they feel the need, they'll give us a gun with one bullet. And it's
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Before the enemy takes us hostage and tries to extract information out of us.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's Chai. The training is all fucking pussy ass shit. They're trying to appease to these parents who don't want their little children to be fucking abused. So all the fucking basic training and AIT, it's all fucking pussy. But the if you want the toughest shit, I'm pretty sure women can go into infantry now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, but here's the thing. You're not, even if you go to the toughest shit like infantry, combat engineers, another tough one. Women, you're just not going to get the respect. I mean, you want to go through the toughest stuff, but the people who are like really fighting for it, I mean, like the men, you're not going to get the respect that you want there, though. I mean,
that's not necessarily true. You have to.
I was going to say, join the Marine Corps.
Put double the work in.
Well, no doubt,
you have to show that you're even willing to do the work, and then it's going to be double fucking time.
Well, what I'm saying is, as like an infantry, either soldier or Marine, if your specialty is infantry, you're not going to get that real respect because the men are still going to look at you and say you shouldn't be here.
That's not.
I get what you're.
Well,
I get.
Can I ask a question first? If we're introducing women into the military, what would be the reason or to what degree would we introduce them into the military? And if you say that ultimately they will be involved in combat, then here's my question. If that's true, can you take a man's ability away from thinking he has to protect women and put them on the same level that the guy next to you has my ass?
I mean, that's one of many points of why it's very difficult for the idea to integrate women into combat arms.
I was misinterpreting what you were saying. Like I went back and yes, for infantry, I do agree with you.
Yes.
You know my fucking opinion on women in combat.
Right.
Sorry,
I mean,
I was
the number one thing right off
Tiff,
the bat is
if
how
you
many women out there can combat carry a 250 point man off of the fucking battle zone? It would not happen.
I'm 5 foot nothing, 120 pounds. One of my buddies was 205, over 6 foot, and I was able to fireman carry him 2 steps.
2 steps.
2 steps. Yeah, that was it.
I was able to fucking lift him, and I was proud of myself. I was able to carry him 2 steps. With adrenaline and being in combat zone, sure, I could probably get him farther, but it's doubtful.
There are someone, like I've told this before about this fucking gigantic fucking Amazonian of a woman that was working out in the fucking gym when I was stationed with the fucking Marines out there. She is an absolute fucking exception. I'll bet she could fucking combat carry me off the fucking field. I will bet she could actually hang with the men in men's fucking standards. But that is one
in a million.
very rare fucking exception. The vast majority of women out there could not meet men's fucking standards when it comes to the requirements of combat arms, like infantry, like combat engineer, any kind of specialty like this. My fucking rucksack was 120 pounds fully fucking loaded when I was doing surveillance operations. That's the weight of a lot of fucking women.
I think my tray in the chow hall weighed that much too.
My balls weigh that much.
All that lobster and steak really weighed down my tray. It was hard.
Just stepping back for a second in the way boys are raised to be men, we defend women. And I don't know how you get past looking to the person that's next to you, if she's a lady or a woman, and not thinking that somehow you have to be more protective of her than the guy that's on your right side. I don't know how you would get back. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just like we're raised to think of women in a different prospect than men.
It's instinct. It's absolutely like I got a good example. One of my buddies, a Rudai went through Sears training up in Washington State when he was in the Air Force, because I think he had one of the flyer jobs, so they had to go to Sears school. And he had a chick that went into Sears school with him, right? And so Rudai just couldn't help himself and ended up trying to like protect the chick and like gave up some stuff and got himself beat up instead of her beat up, right? And gave up some information. And then not even like with the very next opportunity that she had to give him up, no, she flat out gave him up and ate the fucking cake and let him get the shit beat out of him. And even after having
my wife was just like that.
Yeah, even after having that happen, after having her portray him, he still couldn't do it the next time and let her get beat on. He still couldn't do it. He still had to end up trying to protect her, and that's after she stabbed him in the back. So yeah, it's an instinct for men. That's just the way we're built. That's the way we're wired, is to protect and look after women.
Yeah, we were even not all men think like this. There's going to be some outliers.
They're not men.
Yeah, the ones who don't do it are not men. Yeah.
Whatever opinion you have on that set aside, it's true. There will be outliers where they don't think like that, which is fucking fine, whatever. But in general terms, is what we're speaking in right now.
It really is such a thing that they even teach us in PLDC, which is it's sergeant school in the Army, that it happens all the fucking time. So we're taught in PLDC to be aware of that and to not give preferential treatment to women. And after I went through PLDC when I was a sergeant, I saw it all the fucking time. I could not help to see it. You go to the fucking motor pool and everyone's busting their fucking ass, and there'll be a group of 4 fucking women chatting it up, not doing a single fucking thing, because no fucking sergeant has the balls to say, hey ladies, get your fucking ass in gear and fix the fucking trucks, because they're getting because they're getting daddy treatment.
It's
Same thing happened in aircraft maintenance. Unless a chick came in and went out of her way to be a badass and be a good mechanic, yeah, dude, they'd stick them in an office job, they'd stick them in the tool room, or they'd stick them back in training, and they'd just be shuffling paperwork. It happened all the fucking time.
Another thing
What's
that
up, John?
we have to consider is,
I don't know what M means, but welcome.
That's right now who a lot of the fighting is happening in the Middle East, and what will happen to a girl who is captured a POW
We already
comparative to
know.
a
We already
man
know.
is dramatically different what they'll do to them. So
We already know, 'cause we
that
had that
also
one
has to be
happen.
considered, is what they would do to them. I mean, I'm all about equality. I'm all about it. But
Tiff, this has nothing to do against women or you. It has everything to do with the way we think about women.
Oh,
and
you don't
as
have to
the
explain
devil
that.
just suggested, that's our first concern. Even when I'm watching these videos of what went on in Israel, it's like it pisses me off to no end that they would take advantage of a woman. We're not going to get past that. That's part of our nature. We feel it's our duty to defend women. And if you're not raised to think that, then whoever taught you didn't do a good job, because that's the whole purpose in our society. If women can't be protected, then there can't be a society, because without women, how do we raise our children? And I'm not saying that you can't do what we do, but you can't be as effective as we can, or as we think we can be. God knows you've saved our asses many a time, but that's not going to change the way we look at stuff. That's just the way it is.
Rob, you look like you
don't
want
have
to say
explain
something.
that to me. Like,
Yeah, so I've got
tip space.
Well, let Gal respond
gotta
real
go,
quick, because
guys.
she's the.
I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Did I piss her off?
No. She agreed with you. She agrees with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, sometimes she just has to run because sometimes things happen in the background.
Well, that's fine.
Go ahead, Rob.
Because I am an old guy.
So I guess I have a different perspective. Everything you guys have said, I have thought, and I've pondered these things, and I've thought about these things a lot. During my time in the military, I think we were one of the first, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, to have females with us in special operation organizations. We had the cultural support teams, and they would come out with us, and did a lot of deployments with them. And I honestly, from my perspective and my experience, we didn't really view them in that way, as far as, we're going to want to protect them. And
you didn't view them as women. You didn't see them as women.
It's not that. We just initially my perception was everything that you guys said. As a guy, I've got daughters. I want to protect women. I want to protect my girls. And going into my career and experiencing the things that I did, we worked with a lot of women in the special operations community, and they would go out and target with us. And it wasn't so much that we were overly concerned about our reaction to them being in distress. That wasn't the concern, and it was never really an issue. What the issue was they were more of a liability. And this is in practical, real world experience that I saw on target. We would go out. If we were doing, here's the first example, if we were doing any kind of helicopter, fast rope insertion, they couldn't come. And so their whole reason for being attached to us kind of went out the window. When we did fast roping, they weren't proficient, they weren't strong enough to do the fast roping in the environments that we were at. So it was a liability. So now we can't take our cultural support teams. And then when we were on target, if we had to do, 15, 20K offset, which basically means the helicopter drops us off far away and we've got to walk up the mountain or whatever. You saw them falling out, going slow, having to offload some equipment. If we had to do, you jumping over creeks and shit creeks and ponds or whatever, like they were the ones always falling in, couldn't make it, and they were the ones had to get drug up the mountain, put tying ropes off so that they can get up a side of a mountain or whatever. I mean, these are all things that I experienced and I saw. Those were the issues that I experienced. It wasn't so much that we're worried about the defending defending their honor or anything like that. Never felt that way when they were with us. And now on conventional, like for the rest of the military and how that would go down, I have no idea. I'm just, from my experience in my community, it was never an issue in that way. It was more of a liability.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
So as you're describing it, you said that they showed limitations in their ability to be deployed, their ability to not deploy down the drop zone, the helicopters, and that guess. So it's a physical thing. So did they never get into a place where you were concerned, where their safety might be a factor? A firefight.
Was it ever an actual? Yeah, it was never actual
Not
combat
for
zone?
them. The concern wasn't for them. It was, whenever you're in a firefight, you're kind of concerned. Especially my job, I'm concerned about everybody as the medic. But that specific concern with a female on target with us when we're under fire was never there. Not my experience.
And they were under fire.
Yes.
But did it ever seem that you might have been overwhelmed?
No.
So,
like you said,
you probably wouldn't have had that level of concern raised because it just wasn't there. You had overwhelming force.
Yeah, we always had overwhelming force, but I'm
not trying to take anything away from what you're saying. I'm just trying to understand where, when the shit hits the fan, when men start to fall back on their basic, whatever the right word is.
I get, if I can explain, I get what you're saying. Like, so like if you were to get overwhelmed and you had to bug out of there, and you had two people go down, one was a man, one was a girl, then I think what he's saying is that's when the instinctual time could kick in and your fatherly instincts might kick in, and you'll prioritize to save the woman over the man. As an example.
Honestly, I understand the scenario that you're proposing. I honestly can't say I feel that way. We've been in some pretty hairy situations, and everybody had their roles. I had my role as the senior medical guy on the target. The breachers had their role. Our perimeter security had their role. The females had their role. So if things went down, like it was just in my community, in my world,
right?
There was just no place for that. There was no,
again, like you're saying, you're talking about 75th Ranger Regiment. You're talking about the special operations community where mission first all the time, highly disciplined. Understand mission first. With what you're saying, like conventional army, like even like in the PSYOP community, even it's supposed to be special operations, but it's just not as disciplined as like Rangers or Green Beret. There's absolutely going to be that possibility of lack of discipline and try to
granted
operate
yes.
the way you should.
but just more
Great
to my point,
Great point.
the issue that we saw in my community was performance based, and it became a liability every time. On top of that, the other issue was just the like when we weren't out on target or whatever, just the interactions with the females on our teams, on our task force. They, you know, they're one of us, so they're out there. I don't know if you remember the days where we'd go out and you got tanning ops. You know, if you had some downtime and you wanted to get a suntan. I don't know if that was just a soft thing, Navy SEAL thing, and the Ranger thing, but there was some downtime and you just out there just baking in the sun, and you'd be out there tanning, getting ready to go home. When usually when it was almost time to go home from your deployment, everybody was getting like beach ready. And so an issue that would present itself was the CSTs would be right out there, you know, in situations that if the wives found out about, which they did, had issues with, it caused a lot of problems with married guys on the team. And there was even incidents where one of our guys ended up having a fling while we were deployed, and they'd get caught doing it in, you know, different places. So that was the liability, that was the distraction, that was, but under fire, you know, that was just my experience. It was never a concern, but granted, on a large scale, I'd imagine it would be harder to, you know.
So I have a question. Is Bob the right? What?
Rob's fine. Yeah.
Right. So if you had to like express an opinion on whether women under combat conditions are beneficial or not, what would be your opinion? And I'm not asking that because I don't want women in combat. If that's really what they want, then I think that they should be allowed to do that. But given what you already understand from what we said, you've got the same concern that most men have with women in combat. How would you feel about that? How would you react to it? Because obviously you've been there closer to it than I have been.
Yeah, I think I mean, instinctually, I would prefer them not to.
All right.
To be involved in combat. And that's two-part, more on the ethical side of it, just being a dad and a guy, and then on the other side is just, you know, observing the performance issues. Now, you guys have said you're going to find the few women out there who are absolute beasts, and I've seen them, especially when we worked with the Nordic, like the Swedish commandos. I mean, those women were some sturdy, like badass women, and they were strong and they were big.
Tar.
Yeah. So I mean, they are out there, but I think just as a general rule, now I would prefer them not to, just based off of my experiences. But do I see a benefit? There was a benefit as the cultural support teams, and what they would do is they dealt with the cultural sensitivity side with dealing with the females and the kids, and it was more of a cultural thing that it presented a way to diffuse the issues that we were causing as Americans going into some of these villages and trying to search the women, you know, pulling the veils, looking for things, and like it was a huge issue that we were causing as men doing this to, you know, the locals and their families, and it was causing a lot of problems. So that's why we got the cultural support teams, the women, to come and do our job. But since it's a woman, it diffused a lot of issues. So there is a place.
So I mean, yeah, and like I can agree with you too. Like, to have a woman on a tactical PSYOP team would be very beneficial for the same thing like you're talking about. Part of what tactical PSYOP teams do is face-to-face interaction. We actually call it a face-to-face PSYOP product. They're to spread their PSYOP message via word of mouth to talk to people. There would be a great benefit for that to influence the female demographic if you could have women on team. However, every tactical PSYOP team is meant to be all male, and the reason for that is because they are infilled with very often infantry at the very least, and in my element was special operations. So you're going to have teams that go out, and these guys are not just like, Devil can joke all he wants, passing out pamphlets or anything. When they can go into a speaker operation. You're into a battle zone where you may be required to clear a building so that you can put a speaker up on top of a fucking building. These teams are clearing rooms. They are performing infantry actions. Anyone can rip them all you want, but a tactical PSYOP team is required to perform the same actions of the elements that they're supporting. That's why when we went to support the Marines, the fucking unit had to go out to 29 Palms or whatever the fuck and train with the Marines to understand their tactics. You can't put a woman in there. She is not going to be capable of performing the same actions as the men. As beneficial as it would be to have women on a TPT, she can't perform the same actions, unfortunately.
Well, and what's funny about what I thought Rob was describing too is you said they were your cultural, what would you call it? The cultural
support teams.
Right, cultural
CSTs,
support
yeah.
team. So essentially they found a way to create a position inside of infantry, special ops, whatever it is, in the field kind of stuff that basically still turns the women into nothing more than caregivers.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. You're the happy aunt. You're the good mom that comes in and talks to the women and helps out with the children inside of our special forces unit. Thank you.
Yeah, so I've got maybe, and this is more appropriate for another show or when I haven't been drinking so much, but I've got a lot of experience with them. And that
is this drunk Rob we're hearing?
This is slurring speech a little bit, Rob.
You are the most sober person on this fucking panel right now. I don't hear any ounce of fucking drunkenness in you whatsoever.
Before the stream, I was drinking moonshine with the neighbors, so I had a head start, man.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I love
Sorry,
you.
I interrupted. What were you gonna say?
We've had a lot of experience with it. I've got a lot of opinions on it. Down, from combat to the training side to the first females that went through Ranger school. I mean, I was there for all of it. And obviously I saw things that they didn't want the public to see, in the name of diversity and whatever.
Yeah. I've got a video,
social thing that
I've got a video on here that go ahead, Mike.
I have a question to ask. If, based on your experience, would you feel comfortable saying that women could give the level of violence that's required in an emergency situation, and
that's a good question.
Men around you could demonstrate the same level of intensity and retreat without thinking about a woman being a part of their group?
All right. I think I got your question. So you're saying, try that again.
Well, I think I'm saying is can women actually hold up to the same standard of aggression, really? And I know immediately my answer will be is that women have a habit that and this is not a knock on them, but they think more emotionally than logically like men do. There's a big element to that. I dealt with so many women who I had female soldiers when I was when I'm not doesn't matter when, but I mean I thought they were tough, but when this one soldier fucked up, I fucking chewed her ass out. That sounds giggity. And she fucking cried. She busted up fucking crying. Even though she was a tough fucking soldier, she still fucking cried. If I was yelling the same way at a fucking man, he would not have fucking done that. But unfortunately, women are very emotional creatures. And that's not really a bad thing. We love women for that.
No, absolutely it's not. That's the whole reason we have temperance to our manly side is by women. And
hey, devil's got to cut out.
Yeah. I've got a dip. It's late.
He's like, I don't want to talk about this army bullshit.
Talk to you guys later.
Devil.
Bye.
Later, buddy. Yeah, we gotta wrap this up though. We've been going for almost 3.5 hours. And yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you more about Mike.
My questions, Rob, to you are really just like the kind of academic thing. I'm not trying to argue. I really want to understand, because I can sympathize with women who want to fight like men. I just have a problem understanding the way men see women and knowing that that's never going to work well, because when it comes down to looking left or right, if it's the woman on the left, that's where your priorities go. That's just the way I was raised. If we change the way society is, which I think we are, that women aren't the priority. I was raised not to believe, or to believe that you don't hit your sister, you don't argue with your mother, all that dumb shit. But that's the way we were raised. And for me, it's a real concern. I want women to be able to, because ultimately down the road, we probably will have a full draft with women. But can we rely on women to do that? It's not up to you to answer that question. It's just an opinion.
No, I appreciate it, man. I enjoy talking about this stuff. So
yeah, well, I mean, we can definitely, we can expand on this on Thursday at Knife Hands. Chaya says thank you. This discussion was very helpful. Well, thank you, Chaya, for sparking this conversation. That was good. Definitely more of a Thursday conversation, but like I said, I don't want to set any rules for these fucking shows. I don't want to. We've had a lot of serious discussions here on Skinemax before. There's nothing wrong with this. So I mean, since we didn't plan on Squid Games only lasting 5 minutes, then we had to talk about something.
Dude, I saw that shit trailers for that shit. I was like, I don't want to watch this crap, man.
Again,
everybody talked about it.
It's if you're a fan of the show, and I thought there was gonna be more fans of the show. It's the most popular show on fucking Netflix. I'm like, oh hey, I'll bet everyone on the panel seen this show. I was fucking wrong. I was wrong.
What I want to know is, who is John Galt?
Wait, that went over my head.
It's on my shirt, fool.
Oh, who's John Galt? Okay, explain.
Oh, well, John Galt, for anybody that's ever hasn't read Atlas Shrugged, John Galt is so the question, who is John Galt, is kind of like a slang term inside the universe of Atlas Shrugged. It's kind of like, who the fuck knows is basically what the phrase is, and nobody's really sure exactly where the phrase came from.
All right, you just reminded me, yes.
They called it.
I read the book, and yes,
they kind of called it. They called it gutter language. But in the end, you actually discover that John Galt is a real person, and he's phenomenal. He's like the Elon Musk. He's like the Elon Musk of the Atlas Shrugged, except better. I would say better in many ways, but that's the closest like real world comparison I can give you. But yeah, that's the question. So it's kind of an inside joke for anybody that's read Atlas Shrugged. It's like one of those if you know kind of situations. So
yeah,
and it also sparks a great conversation for anybody that doesn't know anything about Atlas Shrugged.
Hey, Chaya, I know that so I know this is very. To answer your question, because I know you were asking us because you want to go into something tough, you want something that's a challenge. I'll tell you this. We had female medics, combat medics, attached to us when I was in LURS, and we respected the hell out of them. They hung with us when we went on missions, and we love our medics, just like we love Rob down there. Yep. Rob knows. We love our docs, dude. We love the docs. Fucking combat medic is a job that you can absolutely be respected for. It's not easy. It's not easy. And yeah.
Well, I was going to say, my mom was a combat medic. Like, that's what she was, a medic in the Army for the majority of her time in. And yeah, she was attached to, and this was way back before all the modern nonsense. This was like late 90s, early 2000s. And she was attached to one of the jump units, one of the special forces units out at like South Carolina or whatever. That's why she got her red beret back when it still meant jumpers and stuff like that. Like,
fucking maroon.
Really proud of that shit.
Get right.
Maroon. But yeah, there's plenty of places for that kind of stuff too. It's not like the kind of stuff that like the frontline nonsense they're talking about now. You can be a medic and still be a total badass. So my mom
and if you really want the toughest, go corpsman. Go into the Navy and join the corpsman over there, which means that you are a medic for the Marine Corps. That's that's an. I assume that they allow females to do that, but could be wrong.
I don't know what she's
started
asking.
allowing, women in the, especially in the special operations combat medic. I don't know what year, but they started allowing females through that course out of Bragg. So I know it's a thing now, and seems to be successful. So,
but
I wouldn't say I wouldn't try to discourage anybody from serving. I've got a lot of thoughts and opinions on serving in general, but do it for yourself, for your reasons. Your own patriotism to the country and all of that stuff. Don't do it for like glory or thinking that you're going to be, trying to fix the system or anything like that.
You nailed it, Rob.
For the right reasons.
That's exactly what it's about. And no matter what they try to tell you, you just have to keep in mind why you joined, because ultimately it comes down to protecting the country. And if shit ever hits the fan, there are going to have to be people who have the courage to stand up and fight and not go, oh, I don't think my hair looks right, my color's not. No, it's all about America. It's the people that are in charge right now are temporary, but the Constitution should be forever.
And look, we're sitting here, to go back to answering her question, we're sitting here, saying, we're giving all of our reasons why we think that women shouldn't be in combat arms, which means infantry, combat engineer, all these kind of things. But if it's what you want to do, if you want the challenge, you want to be HUA infantry, fucking go ahead. I mean, they're letting women in, and we disagree with it. But if you really want that challenge, if that's what you want to do, go ahead, do it.
Have that.
Hey, if it comes down to
I'm not going to discourage you from doing it.
If it comes down to some dumbass male's protectiveness, fight that just like everything else. Stand up, kick ass, and say "fuck you, asshole."
One of my favorite female military characters was I think it's Lopez from Aliens.
Oh yeah. She was a badass.
She was a total badass. She was what? What's her face? Was it Levy or whatever from Fast and the Furious tries to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's who she tries to be, but it's like you'll never compare to what that woman pulled off in that
movie. But what the Michelle Rodriguez, is that her name?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, Michelle Rodriguez. She does a pretty good job, but she
is. I mean, even like, she is always in the badass chick role. She did SWAT, fucking Avatar, and she doesn't come off
movie. She was a badass.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, you're sure she doesn't look like super tough like Lopez in Aliens, but still though, she is a fucking chick that plays a good badass chick, and she's fucking hot too. That's the thing. She's got that smoking hot.
She's got that spicy, slightly crazy in her eyes that she'll fucking stab you if you piss her off. You know what I mean? So that really helps sell it. That really helps.
Exactly. Tracy K. Yeah, MP is another one. I've known a lot of female MPs, but if you do that, you still got to deal with the fact that you are an MP and everyone hates you. So anyways,
thanks,
Vasquez. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up, everybody. Let's good conversation. I know that I'm very well aware we're coming up on the holiday season, so I'm not expecting. I expect that people are gonna be saving their money on the super chats. So that's all. That's all. Good.
It's also the first of the month too. A lot of people got rent and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
As well.
Nonetheless, I appreciate the hell out of all the super chats that we've had. Much appreciated. I will never be discouraged if we don't make as much as we had before. Old man Mike, thank you for being here, dude. A Saturday, the only time you've ever been here on a Saturday. Was when you were drunk in the RV park up in Oshkosh.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It just happens when it does.
Much appreciated. Happy to have you on, buddy. I would say where can everybody find you, but I know she's up in the cold ass mountains of Vermont.
There's no finding me.
Smart man.
I'm not out there to be found.
That's right. Thanks for being here, buddy.
All right.
75th Ranger Regiment. Rangers lead the way. Big Rob.
Someday you'll get tired of doing that, man.
Yeah, I went on doing that for like months with the fucking gal with the calling her Marine Corps, hoorah! And then it's like, yeah, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. Well, okay, Mike just said fuck off. All right, bye, Mike.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You don't know the rules, Mike. You have to hang around for everyone to fucking get their outros before you can fucking leave, asshole. Sorry, go ahead, Rob.
You can follow me on Rumble and YouTube at Big Rob 99, and then at Twitter RGR_Bob. And I'll be putting out some content pretty soon.
Hell yeah, buddy. Happy to have you on here, man. I see Death Dealer over there talking the Army Corps values, leadership, leadership. Fuck, I don't think I can remember any of that. The fucking anagram. Fuck that shit. Jesse the Common Nerd, thank you very much, buddy, for all of your hard work and setting all this up, man.
Not a problem, brother. Not at all. And Chai wants to know if we're going to do a special Pearl Harbor stream or not. Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day stream or not. That's not something I thought about, but December 7th. What day is that? That is going to be a Thursday. Well, we're going to be doing knife hands that night. Yeah, we're going to be doing knife hands that night anyway. Perfect.
Yeah,
we'll
so we will make that. We will make knife hands. I'm sorry. Every time I say it, we will make knife hands a special Pearl Harbor Remembrance stream. Sure.
Yeah. There you go.
So
join us Thursday night. Join us Thursday night.
That's right.
All right.
Ranger Rob. You got fans now, buddy.
There you go. But yeah, you can find me over on Rumble at The Common Nerd. I think most of you guys, all of you Rumble folks over there are probably already subscribed over to me, but I'll drop the link anyway. But yeah, you can also find me on Twitter, obviously at Common Nerd 1791. The Rumble is probably the best way. I'm live stream Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time every single day. And then Sundays, 2 p.m. is the Bible study. We do all of that on Rumble, Odyssey, and we try to stream it to Twitter as well. So hopefully if you can see us live on Twitter, then you can jump over to the Rumble link. You can find that on my Twitter page. And then, I don't have anything tomorrow night. I might play some video games. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might do some retro gaming with my new Super Mario Brothers and see if I can actually get through it or not. But yeah, then Wednesday night, I'm not sure who our special guest is going to be, but we'll have somebody for our Winding Down Wednesday show as well. So keep an eye out for my Twitter for all of that. So yeah, good time indeed. And then of course, Adam's on his cell phone. So I'll just keep going for a little while. But yeah, I just crossed 422 followers on Rumble. I'm really trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. So if you haven't already subscribed to my Rumble, please come over there and do that, because I'd really like to hit that goal by the end of the year and keep things going. We're also trying to do more members over there as well. So I'd love to be able to do that as well. So if you want to become a subscriber over there, it's $5 a month to get access to a bunch of emojis. Actually,
okay, you don't got to fill time, dude. I'm trying to put Mike on.
Oh, Mike's on. Oh, okay.
I didn't know you were still on the show. I thought it was all over.
No, you're back on the show now.
Oh, I had no idea.
That's funny.
I thought I was being put in to go to bed.
Well, you are now.
You are now.
All right, dude. I'm gonna hang up on you. Have a great night.
All right.
Bye. Yeah, I saw it. Never mind. All right, man. Gotta love Mike. Gotta love old man Mike. I'm sorry. If there's anything else you want to plug, dude, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just filling time. But Tommy, yeah, the link to Knife Hands hasn't been set up yet, but it'll be on this same channel. So if you've got your notifications rang, you'll be able to do that, or you can follow Vets Talking on Twitter, and I will put that out as soon as that is ready to go, or Adam will put it out, whoever ends up doing it Thursday night. But yeah, we'll have that all ready to go.
Yeah,
and the links will be put out there on all the social medias.
Best way is just ring that bell, guys. Remember, it's always 10 o'clock Eastern. It's always the same time for both shows, Saturday and Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, right here. And if you haven't been on seen the Knife Hands one, it's pretty much the same fucking show. It's just we're talking the serious topics all the time. It's but we're still getting the fucking crazy ass debauchery in there all the time too. So it is, it's pretty much the same show, but just different topics. And this turned into a half Knife Hands show here tonight. Also best way, ring that bell. If you don't have the bell rung here on YouTube to get notifications, ring that bell. Or like Jesse said, follow us. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Truth Social, Facebook. I think that's about it. You can follow us on any single one of those, and you'll always get a notification of.
And Rumble's notifications have been a lot better lately too. So if you join the Rumble and you follow us, a lot of the time they'll send you a notification for us going live as well. They've gotten a lot better about that the last couple of weeks. So
okay,
and
she just rang the bell.
Good.
And Mike's back. Mike, we're closing up, dude.
Adam's the only one left to say his good night now.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're all done now. The other guy goes, okay, we're all done. And it's like, no, we're not done yet.
Yeah, so you thought that that when you give your outro, that's the end of the show. I see how you are.
Yeah.
You are the show, Mike. You are the show, clearly.
No, you fucking kids can't be trusted. Like, fuck the old guy. Think of a fool. Look, the old guy just left. We're still on the air.
Oh no, I love it, dude. I love it. I love all you guys, man. Thank you all for being here. I do thank you guys so much. All the love and support that I'm seeing in these chats. Thank you everyone over on Rumble. I do see Perdido's been chatting up in the Perdido, Death Dealer. Everyone else is over there. Thank you to everyone who's on the Rumble side. The Rumble side is better now in numbers than the YouTube side, and that's crazy. I've been saying all along, if I could, I would make this completely Rumble exclusive, but unfortunately, I'm not Steven Crowder, Dan Bongino, or Russell Brand, so I can't do that right now. But like I said, we are going to start doing a different type of software, a different program where I can start highlighting the chats over there on the Rumble side. We'll start doing that. So thank you guys, everyone who's on Rumble. Thank you guys so much for all the super chats that we've gotten, all the love and support. I appreciate the fuck out of every single one of you. Like we were saying, do make sure to double tap that like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, follow us at Vets Talk and drop the G and you'll find me on all the fucking platforms out there that you can imagine, and share this out there with everyone, guys, because I love all of you and love all the new people popping in, because you don't gotta be a veteran to enjoy this content. Just don't get butthurt. You've been warned.